to the Dangerville Podcast.
Like we always do about this time.
It's Friday night. You are
The greatest show of all time.
When we rollin',
Oh, we're rolling.
we rollin',
We're rolling.
rollin', hit the thing,
Sick one.
clap it. Oh, clap it.
Yes.
Clap it.
Yes.
I fucking
Official.
bro, I've been fucking the Dog Pound. I'm a huge Snoop fan. The Dog Pound's got a new fucking record out, so I've been going back and listening to a bunch of Snoop shit. And there's a fucking song on one of his shit that's called "Say It With Your Booty," and Snoop at the end of the song, he's just doing like ad lib shit or whatever, and he's going, I knew you could make it clap. I didn't know you could make it talk. You make it talk for me. Like I'm just like fucking laughing my ass off.
Wasn't Booty Talk another album?
Maybe. I don't know. There's a lot of fucking.
It's a beautiful
random ass-
language, honestly. It's a beautiful language.
for sure, dude.
Quite the culture.
Yes.
Yeah.
I say.
Yeah. Thanks for coming to the pod, bro.
Hey, thanks for having me on,
Yeah,
man.
of course, man. Yeah, you were recommended to us by I think a couple of people. Maybe were like,
Nice.
yeah.
I appreciate it, man.
Yeah, you know, Turbulence and
Yeah, Dave Jones.
Dave, yeah. They were on.
It's anonymous. You can't. You don't say one without the other.
Right, yeah, for sure. Yeah, they were on. I don't know. Shit, it was a minute ago. No.
It's been a hot minute, a couple months back.
Yeah, indeed. You do shows with them, though. I see.
Yeah,
I see you got maybe one coming up.
Try to go wherever I can.
Right.
Yeah, but say Shantae, the Turbulence Time. Shout out to them real quick.
Yeah.
They put on a lot of good shows, man.
Yeah, they're kind of killing it on the show setup thing.
Yeah, they got a
looks like,
club
dude.
coming up soon.
Oh, sick.
Yeah. I don't know if I'm supposed to be saying that yet, but
You heard it here first.
Spoil this for tens of listeners across the table. Really ruining the surprise. See?
Building that fucking
next thing I know, I'm banned at all the shows. I can't show up.
So they're building like a home base spot then? Like their own
Yeah,
club or
like a
something?
own little
Okay.
spot that they're gonna
Sick,
have to
man.
focus
Very
New
cool.
World Comedy, man.
Yeah, they did those fucking like 420 friendly shows. I mean,
Those are great.
come on.
It was
like
great.
the best
At
idea.
first, it was a bit rough because you go in
Yeah.
there and people are high and they just like, look, man, I'm chilling. Hi.
right. You trying to get a laugh? Yeah, I didn't think about
Like,
that.
come on, man. I'm trying to do theater. Give me a ha,
Right.
guffaw, something.
That's why they got that 2-drink minimum at clubs, dude. To get people all sauced up,
Yep.
dude. I'm on 2 fucking drinks already.
I say pretty soon, one more drink, you're going to get into the booty talk, man. It's going to be a wrap.
We say that for the third segment.
Yeah, yeah.
Jack.
Okay, I'll leave before then.
How long you been doing comedy shit?
Since 2015.
Oh, sick.
Yeah.
Yeah, right on.
So coming up on 10 years.
Yeah.
I'd say I always like to shut it down to like 7 because
Yeah,
I was lazy in the beginning, man. I was going up like maybe once a month, if that.
Yeah.
I took like a year off. I went to New York early on
Okay.
just to try and go and see what it was like. I was like, if I don't see what it's like at the top, I don't want to do it. It's like I wanted to go see what it was like in New York. I did it there, and I was like, yeah, I'm gonna do this forever.
Oh, nice. You
just
trying to
what I
get spots out there and shit?
Oh yeah. It was
Yeah.
easy now, but it was rough back then.
Yeah, for sure.
That's got to be a pretty intense place to start, man. Like cutting your teeth and stuff, just getting to figure
So
it
it's
out.
harder
People-
here.
Yeah.
Well, because there's like a real scene there. Not that there's, I mean, the GR scene is kind of popping in a way, but like, I get what you mean.
If anything, I'd say like when you go to those big cities, especially the Meccas,
Yeah.
like Cali, Austin, New
Yeah.
York. If you go to them spots, man, they got like thousands of people trying to be comics.
Right.
Yeah.
Do like 2 to 3 minutes of time in front of 100 comics. And you come out here, we actually got a bit of an advantage because we get like 7 to 10 minutes in front of people who aren't comics.
Right.
'Cause, comics and people don't laugh at the same shit at all.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, whole different vibe. You make a joke about 9/11 in front of comics. You should mention people falling. And you do it in front of people, they're like, oh my God.
Indeed.
Like, what's wrong with you?
9/11 material, maybe not going over so well in New York.
I think they look
Tough sell.
Why? They started it.
Yeah, man. Where are you going up here? Like, you got like spots that you're kind of your favorite shit?
Let's say, it's a show every day of the week here.
Yeah.
So just about, I like going up Saturdays at Ambrosia Theater.
I don't even know what that is.
Tuesdays, let's say it's run by a comic named comedian James Brown.
Oh, okay.
Jay.
Sick. Yeah.
Yeah, so it's a nice room. Tuesdays you got Tip Top. Sunday I host over at Sunday Night Heat, which is at Mulligan's.
Yeah, Mulligan's.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah, always a room, man. Always a room.
Yeah. Yeah, fucking love me some Mulligan's.
Yeah.
And I mean, we
That's
used to
the
play there.
dive. Oh, okay.
Yeah, like music stuff.
Yeah.
Like, yeah. Yeah, I've thought about going over there on like, but like fucking, we were been talking about fucking, we should go up, try to do some
Got a
stand-up
coon?
shit.
I shouldn't say it like that.
Whoa, hey. Yeah, no,
My granddad was in the military. No, I was kidding.
no, that's crazy. She's not a Maine, maybe there's some Maine Coon in there. I don't know.
She already trying to place
she,
ownership.
She loves everybody, dude. She's the studio cat. That's why we got the baby gig
So I
up
can't
there.
trust her. Yeah.
Yeah, indeed. She like that. We got 2 male cats up there, and then this is my dad's cat, and after he passed away we took her, and they do not get along, so we've had to like separate the. It's been a whole shit show, dude. Yeah, for real.
She the big one?
Kinda. I mean, they just, I don't know, they're all like older and just like males and
Crotchety.
yeah, they just, none of them want anything to do with each other, so it's been a bit of a shit show for sure. Fuck, man, what's going on? I saw fucking did you guys see this tragic news? The fucking lead singer of fucking it's the butterfly guy died or whatever. Did you guys see this shit? You're my butterfly.
Sugar. Remember that? Come, my lady.
Yeah. His name's like Shifty something. Crazy Town. See if you can pull up the guy from
Find
fucking
him,
Crazy
man.
Town. His name's like something Shifty or something.
He's gonna have a great headstone, bro. Like glitter all over it, bro.
Beloved son, amazing father,
Shifty.
guy from Butterfly.
Shifty AF.
Shifty Shell Shock, bro.
He ain't a pro.
Apparently, he was quite the character.
Is that a mugshot or
You
anything?
mean that
What's
guy's
going on
face
with
is
that?
not? You mean he wasn't a wholesome guy?
Right.
You're my butterfly, sugar baby.
I'm upset that it says American rapper and singer.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, man.
How'd he die, dude?
I mean, look at him, dude. You really gotta ask. Dude.
My first thought was OD, but I want to hope, you know.
Who knows? He went out saving a baby from a fire. Actually, he's a hero.
Right, like, oh, I'm an asshole.
Indeed.
I'm gonna mix him in with the 9/11 jokes. Because you'd be surprised. Some of these guys are just real good dudes. Like, what's that dude in the band? Flea.
Oh, Flea's the man.
Yeah,
dude.
Flea's the man. But you look
Can't
at him,
go
you're
wrong
like, that
with Flea.
guy's doing heroin every day.
Yeah, well, I mean, those guys used to do all
California,
kinds of
from
heroin.
California.
The Chili Peppers. Yeah, it's fucking hilarious. Like Flea has like lost a tooth. He always had that like big ass gap, you know, which was kind of like kind of like part of his character or something, you know. But like, have you guys noticed that you've seen Flea lately? He's like straight up like missing like a whole tooth now in front and just living. It's like, dude, you're a millionaire many times over, bro. Like you can go to the dentist.
Flea doesn't give a
He's like, why the fuck would I care? Why
He's
would
just
I
playing
care,
bass,
man?
you know, just throwing down.
Flea's repping.
I was like, let's run Californication one more time.
Exactly.
Whistling through the tooth.
Yeah, Flea's kind of. Yeah, I mean, obviously he's the man. He's one of the greatest basses of all time. He was just on fucking Hot Ones.
See, I was a Morello guy when it comes to the bass.
Yeah. Well, Morello's a guitar. You talking about Tom Morello?
Oh, is that guitar?
Yeah, he's a
And
guitarist.
see, look, listen. You see that? I said I got into it a little bit. I had MTV too. But
Yeah.
but I say that sound that he had, I always loved that. But you said who was on Hot Ones? Flea?
Yeah, Flea was on Hot Ones. Yeah, just
Putting wings through the gap?
Yes, just right through, bro. He's taking them off the bone. With his calf, you know? Just taking them out, dude.
Flea tearing down Hot Wings with brutal efficiency.
Right through the bomb. Oh my God. Level 10.
Yeah. Dude, we should fucking. Would you do the Hot Ones? You do
Yeah.
the hot, you fuck with some. We just ate some wings.
I
actually.
won't do it for flavor. I'm doing it to prove things to people.
Yeah, I mean that's the point, right?
That's it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I was like, my dick's not little, you know.
We're on the same page here.
We've kind of talked about it. We kind of want to do it on this pod. Like order the thing. You can get the pack, you know, like order it up and just fucking like go to town.
Stealing the shtick
Indeed.
from
I'm
entertainment shows.
We're also doing hot ones.
Hottest ones.
Indeed. Hotter ones.
Yeah, hot
Marginally
tubes.
hotter ones.
Slightly hotter.
We put Franks on top.
Yeah, seriously. Oh man, I love this. Some fucking Franks. We did there's still some of this shit, a sour candy challenge on here. That's what a bunch of that shit is in that fucking thing right there.
I tried one of those.
Yeah, it wasn't. I mean, they were kind of sour. They were pretty sour
I've
at
had
the end,
more
but like
sour
it
than
wasn't
you.
like you weren't like fucking like shitting your pants or nothing.
They were like were they as bad as Warheads?
pretty. I mean, I think
pretty on point. Pretty on point, yeah. And I mean, like, it's a whole series. Fucking our normal producer, B-Dub, usually is here. He brought them all out. And, like, we worked our way up, and it was, like, level 1 and 2. We were like, this is fucking, like, this ain't nothing. You know?
I mean, I trained up on those crybabies growing up.
Yeah,
Those are the original crybabies. None of this 2.0 bullshit cut crybabies that came out with.
once
This is
the
the
law
old
got
school
changed.
fucking blow your face off. Just
Yeah.
straight to the
Mountain.
domes crybabies.
Yeah, son. Did
like
they still
fresh
make them
cheeks.
warheads? You
I think so. I haven't
think
seen
so,
them in a
yeah.
while.
Yeah.
I don't eat candy like that no more. You know what I'm saying?
Indeed.
But because the diabetes is a risk. But man,
Yeah, you got that Beatus.
I say type 3 diabetes.
Yeah. I got that T-shirt.
I don't want to be
that
the
says
Wilford
Beatus
Brimley
on
of
it.
my era,
Yeah,
you
that's
know?
like, I got that T-shirt, the Wilford Brimley. This
Beatus.
is the Beatus
The
on it
Beatus.
with the Beatles logo. We were talking too before the pod. I just fucking re-upped the candy jar here with a bunch of fucking taffy from. It's all like fucking. There's like cookie dough and birthday cake and sex on the beach and all this shit, and we just been crushing it.
It sound like some Harry Potter, Willy Wonka shit. Like it's like
Seriously.
you got a selection, man.
Yeah, man. I'm not fucking
Taffy's a
around.
degenerate candy, man. If
Yeah.
you're going down the fucking taffy rabbit hole, that's a big
It's all
swing.
melty. It's fucking sticking to your teeth and
Yeah,
shit.
it's
Just go,
basically
oh,
flavored
oh.
condoms that you eat. Just over and over.
How do you know that?
Huh?
How do you know? How do you
Well,
know
the only way I've ever gotten involved with a condom is through flavor.
Does it really taste like bananas?
That's crazy. Huh.
fucking bubble gum like at you guys ever see is it Airheads where they
Oh,
do the
Jesus, yeah.
condoms as bubble gum or whatever?
It's been a hot minute, dude.
You know what I'm talking about? Did you ever see
Coneheads.
Conehead? Is that
Cone,
what did I say?
Airheads
That's
is
it.
the one at the radio
Yeah.
station.
Yeah.
Coneheads.
Coneheads.
Yeah.
Bubble gum, chewing gum or whatever it is. It's like David Spade or some shit.
Who was that, man?
Yeah.
That's a
Aykroyd at his
throwback.
finest.
That's a throwback. That's an
Yeah,
old
man.
SNL movie.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
for sure. It was a fucking funny movie as I remember.
Was.
Yeah. You an SNL guy?
I like to.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was in middle school, but that kind of.
Yeah.
I mean, everybody has an SNL something.
They got, right.
somewhere.
You got your era.
Yeah.
You know? Yeah. Ours was definitely like the Sandler, Spade.
Sandwich Spade.
Yeah, like
I was a
kinda
Lonely
shit,
Island era guy.
Yeah. That shit was
Yes.
funny too.
I love that era.
Yeah, that shit was fucking
Bill
hilarious.
Hader and all that shit.
Yeah.
Back in the day.
Yeah, I kind of missed all the Bill Hader shit, honestly. And
Yeah.
he's hilarious. don't get me
Hader,
wrong, man.
Wig.
Yeah.
Sam. They had a run.
Yeah.
It's solid.
Yeah,
run.
they're-
There's
run,
some of
man.
that's like there's like those dynasties of like
Well, yeah,
you know,
nobody
SNL.
forgets the Farrell era.
Yeah,
Dana
that's-
Carvey.
Exactly.
It's been on a steep decline though, man. Once every year or two, I'll throw it on just to see what's up and turn it on for a second. It's like, well, this is tough sledding right now for sure.
I've seen on TikTok. I've seen some newer sketches from like the latest season. They're being risque again, and that's something that they weren't doing for a while. It was like
Yeah,
the safest
too
sketches.
safe,
Yeah.
yeah.
I feel like
So now I'm seeing something. I'm like, okay.
Yeah.
It's kind of swinging back that way. I feel
Yeah.
like everybody is real guarded for a few years.
Yeah,
and nobody
everybody
wanted
didn't
to
wanna
fucking
get-
say anything, and then everybody's like, okay, enough
didn't
of
wanna
that
get
shit, here, we're
canceled.
done.
We
And
had a
then it's
PC era for a while.
Yeah,
where we were like,
yeah.
look, it's time to pay attention. And now we're like, okay,
Yeah.
I think we got it.
And now it's like, oh, Shane Gillis is the biggest comic in the world right now. So like, you know, it's like
The trick is always whatever we have to repress, we eventually really want a way to get out of it. We're all basically just, rich Republicans looking for a fucking dominatrix. You know, I gotta hide this. So somebody needs to step on these balls right now. Right now.
for sure, man. Got that safe word ready.
It's actually condom flavored taffy.
That's your safe word. Condom flavor taffy. Who's like some of your like favorite comics? Like you got guys that you kind of like started off like kind of like
Oh yeah,
you know
definitely.
Yeah.
It's like nah, you know what I'm saying. I'm not even humble about it. I was always just I just knew
I'm
it would
just
be
original
me.
straight out the
Like,
gate.
straight out, this is who I am, bro. You know what I'm saying? I came out the box like
I was just
this.
hilarious. Day one.
No, my go-to guy, the guy I always felt like represented what comedy stood for to me, still stands for, Patrice O'Neal.
Yeah.
You know, not even necessarily for material, just the concept of making people laugh against themselves. You be like, this thing you believe, even if you don't believe what he's saying, it's funny.
Yeah.
That's something I thought was great. It's like,
Right.
I think the world should be better than what you're saying, but God damn it, that's funny.
Yeah.
I feel like he's one of those dudes that definitely, like, I don't remember him being that big back in the day, and then after he passed away, then everybody's like, oh, this guy was fucking funny.
Like, during it, everybody was like, he was one of those guys who everybody said was funny.
He was like a comics cop.
Yeah, everybody said it was funny, and they said every time they tried to put him on TV, he just burned bridges. Just ruined it.
Couldn't play any kind of game of like trying to like promote and play by the rules. And in that era, it was still like you had to play by the rules. Like you had to go on fucking morning talk radio, or you had to fucking be on a sitcom or whatever the fuck,
or Fox News. Which is one of my favorite interviews of all time.
I never seen that. No, Patrice was on Fox News. That's
man, if you can find that, that's great. Him just arguing with a lady about what a donkey punch is in the middle of Fox News, and she's like, nobody finds that funny, and the camera guys are dying. He's like, why are you laughing, sir?
Literally everybody finds it funny.
And that was like exactly what I was like. Exactly, funny is funny regardless of. The fact
you just said donkey punch, and I laughed out loud. You know what I mean? Like, come on. That was like the funniest shit back in the day.
Top 5 funny sex moves of all time.
Donkey punch.
Donkey punch was
hilarious.
Donkey punch. You know?
Really
playing
Dirty Sanchez.
The hot Carl.
Classic.
I don't know that one.
Bro, you don't know my game Carl, dude? You ain't lived.
Next up on the chopping block, XM Satellite Radio.
Jesus.
Just turn it down a little bit.
Powerful voice.
On YouTube there, you can just turn on the volume.
YouTube, okay.
Yeah, that's probably the move for right now.
Damn, that's already pretty low.
There you go.
DJs Opie and Anthony, they're under fire.
He was always on Opie and Anthony.
Comments about
who were also always in trouble.
Secretary of State Condoleezza Rice.
Oh my God,
that's pretty fucked up.
His radio cleaning house after the Imus debacle. With me now, New City President.
Fucking Patrice, dude. Put that shit on full screen.
Protests calling for radio stations to stop supporting negative language in music and talk radio, and also our favorite stand-up comic, Patrice O'Neal.
Oh, thank you, sir.
Patrice, are O&A next?
I hope not. I wish JB and Elvis didn't lose their job or Imus. It's funny. This is the thing. I don't know her, but I'm assuming that she has nothing to do with funny. So I'm gonna speak as the expert on funny. Funny people should just be left to trying to be funny.
What if they're not funny?
Then you made a mistake. But how many times has how many unfunny rape jokes lead to rape? Like,
I don't know how many jokes about rape there are.
There's a lot, but
here's 6.
Next on the big story. My world is people trying to be funny.
Well, I mean, you think it's okay to try to make jokes about rape?
I'm diabetic. I make fun of that. I'm a victim. I might lose a toe. I make fun of anything I think I can make fun of.
Sonia?
You know, what's happening now is the marketplace is deciding what's appropriate or what's not appropriate. I think the nation is just tired. There's a new mood in the nation.
What nation?
The nation. You know what? We're tired of things that are just
the nation, this paper, and you? I'm not the nation. I'm just speaking for me and funny. You speaking for the nation, or are you speaking for...
Yeah, you know why? Because I remember 6 years ago doing something against Anthony Opie because they were just so outrageous, and their violent images that they put out to women was just uncalled for. And now I think people...
You think they were trying to be funny?
I think now people in this country
think they were trying to be funny?
Tired. You know what? I don't care if they're trying to be funny.
That's what I'm saying. Why are you in that business?
I've been to your show once, and it wasn't very funny being a woman.
It was hilarious. I was in the paper with her, and the joke is hilarious. It's called The Angry Pirate. And the outrage didn't even know what it meant. And anybody who read it laughed because they know what funny. You're not living in the context of funny. You're living in the context of fire.
Have every right to be as funny as they want.
True.
They can go out and try to be as funny as they want, make as much money being as funny as they want. This is what's happening. There is a change in this country. People are realizing they have an opportunity to speak out, and advertisers are listening. Radio stations are listening.
You're not talking to who I talk to.
And you're not going to get paid as much money anymore.
Sonia and Patrice,
that's
look
what
at
it
this.
is. The marketplace
More
is
CBS
speaking.
radio firings. They've been on a tear lately.
All right.
Are they cleaning house, or is this the
How often have we talked about PC?
Oh, dude.
Yeah, because this is like
This has got to be what, like
05,
06, something like that.
Yeah.
We talk about PC every 5 years.
Yeah. I was gonna say
Yeah.
It's like we go into it, we get repressed, and they were like, "Come on, we got to get out of this." And then we do it, and they were like, "Okay, we're fine."
Dude, that shit's all a pendulum. Like comedy, politics, it swings one way. People get sick of it. Go fuck this. Go back the other way.
I think every time an afro comes back, we get back into it.
it's all about
Like
who
in
can
the
use what
garbage.
bathroom.
I was like, it's definitely further in, but it definitely gets a little hilarious. We're just like talking about a donkey punch. He's like, you see, the angry pirate is when you kick her in the leg and come in her eye. And she's like, ah.
It's well played.
There's no way that's not funny. That said, I'm not a big fan of a rape joke either, you know?
No,
like,
exactly. But you shouldn't be.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Especially nowadays, because we can understand, we understand the broader context.
Yeah.
Right? More than we used to. But I understand the concept of going like, should you be able to try?
Yes, yeah. Oh, dude, believe me, I have swung and missed many times on this. I've said shit I should not have said.
Wait about an hour till now.
Yeah, exactly. I'm already. Yeah, we're already 3 drinks in or something here. So like,
man.
shit can, you know.
But it's a weird, touchy thing because, like, inherently, comedy is about pushing the fucking boundary and like offending people and being a little bit like that's the funny
that's
shit.
Literally
that's what
makes things funny.
But when you swing and miss, it's just like, ooh, that's a tough fucking look, man. But you got to be able to, have carte blanche to go after.
I would be like, it's the same way. I say this all the time. Like in white comics, when I was in like Texas, they'd be like, "Can I say nigga?" I can say it. I have black friends, and like they'd be like, "Can I say it?" And I'd be like, "Look, I'm gonna tell you like this. If you go up and you find the perfect way to somehow say it and it's hilarious, I'd be like, I told him you could say that. If it's not, I'm gonna be like, I can't believe he did that.
I don't know you.
Wow, bro. And I've talked to him all the time. I never knew. That's who he was. I never knew.
Throwing him all the way under the bus.
Still can't believe it. You're his girlfriend. I'm so sorry you have to deal with that.
He's looking at you, just going, "You fucking asshole."
I explicitly advised you against this before the show started.
I'm talking to. I'm messaging. What's his name? Johnny Cochran. Well, no, not Johnny Cochran. What was his name?
Johnny Cochran's like the lawyer.
Yeah, when he's dead. But wow, it's not coming to me, man.
Lawyer? Who are you talking about?
Not a lawyer, but he used to always be in like black politics.
Oh,
Al Sharpton.
Sharpton.
Yeah.
It's like I'm messaging Sharpton right now.
Yeah, like the South Park where they got Sharpton or whatever, and he's apologize. And then he gets Token or whatever. It's like, Al Sharpton is not the emperor of all black people, and he goes, he told my dad he was. Apologize. Go on, kiss it. Apologize. Man,
Again, South Park is a perfect example of that.
Right, dude. Yeah.
They have accurately hit the zeitgeist for like
it's
decades.
Spot on. Well, and you get more of a pass when it is funny too. Like when it's legit funny, it's like this is fucking.
And
hilarious.
also you've got
Also
a
great if
wider,
it's funny and you make a point.
Yeah.
And you got a
In
wider
favor.
berth with a cartoon too, right?
True.
Like it just doesn't hit as hard as a fucking person up there saying.
Did somebody say they were like, I think Seth MacFarlane made a movie. It was like a Western. And he's like, wow, the racism doesn't work as well when it's just people. But like when it's a cartoon, it's like, that's hilarious.
Right,
They let a lot of stuff slide.
Right.
You're right. But it also helps if like, again, your joke has a point.
Yeah.
Like if it's a messed up joke that helps us reinforce something positive.
Yes, exactly.
Then
Intent
better.
matters
Yeah.
and what you're trying to do.
Which is why I should say you should try to make the joke.
Yeah.
Now, if you're a guy who just got out of jail for rape, and you started your obviously shining comedy career.
Yeah, I did see some shit. I watched a documentary about it was like comedy in like basically kind of like in the Middle East. I forget who the fuck. Some big comic made
Schultz, I know, was over there doing
he didn't do a whole doc though. I don't think. I can't remember.
Also, shout out to him because he is gifted. He understands. You can tell that when he makes his jokes, he spends time with that particular group.
Oh yeah, dude.
Enough to actually understand what he's saying.
And being from New York, like he knows, just every kind of subculture and shit. That's why he moved back there. They were in Miami during the fucking, and he was like, "We got to go back to New York. I can't be funny in Miami. It's too nice. Like it's too awesome down here." He's like, "I need that like." Mix and like weird crazy shit and like
nothing's happening, nothing's setting you off. You just peace. Peace is not good for comedy. You need chaos.
What the point I was gonna make there though was in that documentary was something about, it was like the rape jokes were huge there, but there's like a lot of real rape. Like it's like culturally like in the culture. So it was like a big part of this documentary was about that. Man, I wish I fucking could remember what this documentary was, but
Yeah, was it on Netflix?
I'm pretty sure it was Netflix. It was
There's
like
a
a
few-
real thing. Like it was on
There's a few
whatever.
when you like talk about dangerous comedy.
Yeah.
Something like that. And there's
Yeah.
people like in Sudan who make
Yeah.
jokes that are like, oh, you're going to be killed by the people in the government if you
That's
keep
what I
making these
think it
jokes.
was.
Stakes are a little higher over there.
It
man.
was like
For
a
sure.
series, and it was like this comic was going to like, it might have been done by like Larry Charles. Do you guys know who that is? He's like the producer of like Seinfeld and Curb and like the Bill Maher shit. And
Okay.
he's like a TV like comedy producer, you might say, or whatever. He's got a bunch of cameos in Seinfeld and shit.
Okay.
Larry Charles.
It's like a Lorne Michaels kind of deal.
Yeah, but he's like, one of the main guys behind Curb and all that kind of shit.
Okay.
So I think it might have been something that had to do with him. He was like exploring comedy around the world, and was like, so it was like one episode was like, what's the comedy scene in China? What's the comedy scene in wherever? What's the comedy scene in West Virginia? Like just kind of like,
I do feel like I've seen this too.
yeah.
It is. It's rough, man.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It's like we got it nice over here. You make a joke and you can make fun of Jesus. You go to make fun of Muhammad over here overseas.
Yeah.
You
Doesn't
like,
work out so well.
doesn't work out the same.
Worked out for South Park.
No, they got banned.
Yeah, they did get some shit. They got a lot of
some
death
threats.
threats and
Yep.
shit. They got the, what do they call it? You get the fatwa or whatever.
Fatwa.
The fatwa. You know what that is or whatever.
I don't even.
It's like that death threat, like some sort of like religious death threat or
It's
something.
basically
like,
just like, we're going to get this. It's putting the hit
Yeah.
out on someone,
Okay.
essentially.
yeah,
Okay. So it's basically it's a note made out of magazine clippings.
pretty much, yeah. That fucking
There's that whole Curb episode
Yeah, with-
about Salman Rushdie getting
Correct.
the fatwa
Yeah.
put on him, and then Larry dead.
and he legit that Salman Rushdie dude, which I have that book back over
Yeah,
here.
that's an actual thing. That
Yeah.
fatwa deal,
But not too long after that, he legit got fucking stabbed at a fucking. He was doing like a, I don't know what you'd call it, like a
Book signing or
yeah,
something,
like a
right?
reading or whatever, like an on-stage like appearance of some sort.
Book signing kind of deal.
Yeah, or a Q&A, or a lecture of some variety, or some fucking dude rushed the stage and fucking like stabbed him.
The day I get stabbed at comedy is the day I become big in radio. Big in radio.
That's when you get your street cred, dude, It's like
I'm from Detroit, so I'll take that from now.
yeah.
I was like, I'm good with that.
Like a rapper's like a fucking hire a guy to shoot him in the ass so they get street cred for
That's the move for the pie, man.
You almost had to get shot before every album release. You know?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Get your notebook up.
That's just marketing.
Yeah, he's on tour.
There's that Sopranos about that too, isn't there? They hire that guy hires one of the mobsters to shoot him in the ass so he can get his street cred up.
Yeah.
I think he misses maybe or something or whatever.
I don't remember the specifics. But
Yeah. Sopranos is a throwback too.
Yeah, man. I've been thinking about I've said many times on here and whatever, I'll never watch it again because it's too good. I was too invested.
This couldn't be
I was
a
too
worse
invested.
call on your
Dude,
part. This is one
too
of the
invested.
most endlessly rewatchable series. Man.
I know.
There's shit you're totally good seeing it once and like, all right, I'm all set on that. It's so multi-layered.
Too
There's
invested,
so many
man.
fucking characters.
I know.
And I saw it as a
It's too
teenager,
good.
so I definitely don't.
I'm thinking about running it back though. I'm thinking about
It's got to be
Kinda have to.
thinking about doing it.
dropping the
I
ball,
know.
man. Picking up on crucial things you missed as a young
Dude,
buck,
yeah.
dude.
I was just
So what's
catching
this again? Therapy? That's crazy.
Yeah. I was just catching Tony Hinchcliffe on, I think he was on Rogan or something. And he was talking about how it's his favorite show and he's just always playing it or whatever. And he's like, I'm like 10 times into it and I'm still seeing shit I never saw before. Like shit that like makes sense now that didn't
Putting
make
the pieces
sense before.
together.
Yeah. Yeah, man. But like I was too obsessed with it when it was on that I'm just like, I can't do it. It was too devastating. The end, so much happened. It was too devastating, dude.
How do you feel about that ending though?
I didn't love it like a lot of people, especially at the time. I maybe like it a little more now after, that it settled in. But I mean, we watched it like live when it happened, or whatever.
That it?
And I mean, yeah, I mean, we were like,
did the screen go out?
Yeah,
Did
yeah.
shit just stop going?
were you there? Did you watch it at my place?
Yeah.
It
Did
was
you
like-
pay the HBO?
What's
yeah.
Did you pay the HBO?
Yeah. Oh shit! You pay the power bill?
What is going on?
But that's kind of case in point, though, because when you rewatch that ending, it's fucking glorious. And I read a big interview with David Chase, the dude who did it. He's just like, I took the last 2 years of the show off and focused on nothing but every second of that end scene, just fucking meticulously crafted, throwing it down. And then when you watch it again, because of course the first gut reaction's like,
what the fuck?
You want closure, right? We're Americans, you know, this isn't some Fellini bullshit. We don't need it left hanging out there in the ether. Like, give me a hard line, definitive ending. So it's disappointing when you watch it, but then when you go back with all that context, it's like, fuck, this shit's good.
Yeah.
See, I was like, I didn't like it. And like you said, Fellini bullshit. I like a Fellini. But like,
as do I.
I say I'm bougie. But the context, I guess the concept is, exactly, there is no closure. He's never at peace. He has no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
He just has to be afraid that something's happening. He knows something's coming.
And HBO's really made a meal out of those sort of like throw you for a loop type nebulous endings.
Yeah.
And, you know, that's kind of
it's hit or miss.
So I mean, it's what he gets killed by this guy at the shop, right? And I mean, that's the classic. Like at the time, like it was like there's a classic cliche in the mafia is that you never see it coming. Yeah, and I think that's basically kind of like what it was supposed to be. But that said, it was just kind of like, I don't know. Maybe
I need a Goodfellas. I need a montage.
Yeah, give me something.
Give me a good song over it.
Give me a funeral.
Did you watch? Did you guys catch that Many Saints in Newark, the Sopranos movie?
I watched it.
I did not.
I liked it, but I know you hated it.
Dude. Oh my god, that was disappointing.
They were saying, I think fucking actually Hinchcliffe was saying this too. He was reading some shit because he's obsessed about it, and he was saying that the movie was supposed to be way different than it was, and there were so many notes and shit from fucking On High at HBO that like he ended up having to like carve the movie up and do a bunch of different shit and stuff, and it ended up kind of being like. Yeah, I kind of liked it. I think people's expectations about that movie was that it's like all going to be about young Tony Soprano. And I knew going into it that it was not that it was about this Dickie Moltisanti guy. And so, like, I think my expectations were a little different.
My expectation was really that it was going to be entertaining. Be good. And then, not so much, which is unfortunate.
Now I got to watch it.
I liked it. I thought it was cool. The rumor fucking mill is that they're going to do some other prequel shit with fucking young Gandolfini there.
That just makes sense. Yeah. Honestly, it's one of their most profitable
for real
IPs, man. They got to keep going back to that
it's
well.
It's the go-to move, dude. Go back to the well, fucking rehash some bullshit idea, throw a prequel in there.
We're watching another Game of Thrones show. You know what I mean?
Yep.
People, HBO, milk whatever you got.
Yeah, I mean, are you catching the new shit, the new Game of Thrones?
I've seen the first season. I haven't started the next one yet.
Yeah, same.
I've been watching this show called The Boys.
Yeah, everybody's been talking about that.
I heard many good things.
I haven't seen it yet.
I'm watching it with my kid, which is probably a mistake.
Yeah, but it's pretty crazy, isn't it? It's a pretty crazy show.
It's right out the gate.
How old's your kid?
16.
Okay, yeah, that's fine. That's fine.
Len's all about some boys.
I was like,
dude, it's my favorite show.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah. I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, it's like I've been the most invested into this. The only other show I've been more invested in was Sons of Anarchy, but I'm like, I've watched that out so many times. But no, The Boys is like my favorite show I think I've ever seen.
Got to be careful about Googling that one.
But, what?
You never know what's coming up on that show, man. Never.
No, it touches on some like really serious stuff, but it also super lighthearted, but also kind of a social like narrative. Like it hit
everything.
Yeah.
It's funny as hell.
That's HBO.
It's dark as hell.
Yep.
It's
I gotta catch
it's topical.
What
it's
is it?
funny.
It's not. Is it Amazon's an Amazon show?
Amazon.
Yeah.
Okay.
Amazon.
Oh, it is. Okay.
Yeah.
I got that too.
Because at first I was like, okay, a superhero show, and I got the glasses. You know what I'm saying? I grew up a hood geek, so you know I could watch something, but I'm just like, all right, another superhero thing, if it's making fun of it. But then you kind of, the more you watch, you're like, oh, it's making fun of capitalism. Now that's that's a whole different thing. It's making fun of businesses. It's like, okay,
it's supposed to be pretty ripping on kind of like right wing kind of politics or something.
Both,
that's
yeah,
kind of
both.
what.
Yeah, I would say
it definitely leans more into conservative because
right.
But yeah, it's hilarious.
Yeah.
No, I definitely want to watch it. I like a lot of the actors in it, like and shit. But
see, I haven't seen him. Is this the Quaid's first big thing? I know his dad's famous, but like,
oh shit, I don't even know. I know the main dude is fucking. He's in the Lord of the Rings, and he's fucking Bones and Star Trek, the new Star Trek shit. So yeah, I don't know. I like him.
I'm gonna allow those new Star Trek flicks. By the way,
Yeah,
those
I thought those were fucking
Abrams
great,
ones are fun
dude.
as hell.
Yeah.
I didn't see any of them, man.
There's
Yeah,
a
they're sick.
Quaid, like one of the Quaid's sons is in this, or who? We
Yeah,
talking about?
it's
Randy or
Dennis
Dennis?
That's
Quaid's kid.
hilarious.
Yeah.
I didn't know that.
Is that the normal? That's the normal Quaid, and then Randy Quaid's the fucking.
That's the normal Quaid. Dennis Quaid is the
Dennis Quaid, yeah.
Yes. Randy Quaid's the one that was the sort of like crazy comic dude who went off the fucking deep end. He like legit like lost his mind and shit.
Is he a brother? Is he like a forgotten brother?
They're brothers. I mean, he wasn't. I mean, he was in all them movies.
They're
dude.
both pretty
fucking
popular.
He was in huge movies. Fucking Independence
Quaid,
Day.
yeah.
The fucking
Christmas Vacation.
Yeah, the
dude.
vacation movies.
National
and all that
Lampoon,
shit. Yeah, the
yeah.
National Lampoon
Have
shit.
you guys ever seen this movie called Enemy Mine?
No.
It was an 80s sci-fi flick with Dennis Quaid and Lou Gossett Jr.
Okay.
It's the worst movie ever made. Step aside. It's called Enemy Mine.
Yeah, I put this on my phone right now.
Can we get an Enemy
Yeah,
Mine
yeah.
Google, dude? Step aside original Dune. Step aside every movie. It's the most tragic piece of shit I've ever seen. Dude, it is.
And it came out right in the time of bad sci-fi.
It's
85.
indescribably terrible. Sucking that Lou
God
Gossett
damn.
right there. Lou Gossett's the man.
Enemy Mine.
Iron Eagle
That looks
1 through
terrible.
19, dude.
Star Wars and Star Trek was very much in the ethos.
It's just
So this is like one of those bad sci-fi B movie, like the Sci-Fi
Oh,
Channel.
yeah. Can we get the
Okay.
Enemy Mine trailer real
Oh,
quick? Dude? Can we get a
yeah.
couple seconds of the Enemy Mine trailer?
I'm
It's
almost offended. Is that space blackface?
Blackface doesn't count when you're in space. In space, no one can see your blackface.
oh yeah, boys, get ready to
man.
soak this in.
loud as shit too. Damn.
On a desolate planet.
Oh, it's terrible.
dude.
Oh yeah, I'm watching this tonight or this
dude.
weekend somewhere.
We're watching this after the pod. This shit up.
They just reused the costume from the thing from the Black Lagoon.
It's seriously. They found it in the goddamn closet, you know? Like, oh, sweet.
Just a bunch of old recycled Hollywood props, dude.
Tackling interspecies race issues well before everybody else, you know. It's really the subplot of this fine film that brings it home.
This
at the end of
might,
the
you
day,
may
dude.
have called it. This might be
It's
the
literally
worst
the
movie
worst
ever made.
movie ever made, dude.
At another face, even as ugly as yours. Tolerance.
Oh, jeez. Come on, man.
Also, shout out to this voiceover guy, dude. This is when movie trailers were the shit. dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, all
They gotta
80s
get
movies
some
have a
rehash
like a
version
hint
of this guy
grind.
for sure.
Is this a porn? I can't tell.
It'd be a lot cooler if it were.
It's got to be at some point.
I'm a little aroused right now.
We're never more tolerant than when we're fucking.
Yeah. Your tolerance goes way up when you're going to get some,
Yeah.
dog.
They did fuck. Look, they did fuck.
Baby Quaid. Oh, no.
If I remember correctly, Gossett's like some hermaphroditic alien who impregnated himself, dude. It's indescribably terrible.
Quaid.
Yes.
Good.
Shit
Damn.
rules, man.
Wolfgang Petersen's enemy.
They're just reusing shots from Star Wars, dude.
So good.
Ooh.
Enemy Mine for the win, boys.
Dude, I'm watching that.
Wolfgang
I'm watching
Peterson.
that, man.
Wolfgang Peterson's calling that voiceover guy. It's like, dude, if you could unattach my name from this project, that
I already
would be
changed his
swell.
name to Dick Wolf.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, we got to get Wolfgang Peterson on the fucking pod immediately, dude. You know he's available, dude. Bringing him in.
That's
Just
a top tier pull, dude.
You call that guy up, he's in a wife beater eating Cheerios.
bringing him in and just being like, what were you thinking? Sir, how could you do this?
A deep dive Enemy Mine podcast is the podcast that people demanded.
You guys got to rebrand.
I'm definitely down for watching that after the pod. Dude.
Yeah, shit's
Throw it up,
indescribably chill.
Get fucking blazed as fuck and watch
It's
that shit. dude.
indescribably choice. Like you're overselling it here a little bit.
See, that's up there like, you know, you got Total Recall.
Yeah.
Enemy. The 80s had great bad
Great.
sci-fi.
Oh, yeah.
movies.
Total Recall's just good though.
Yeah, it's so
You think Total Recall is good?
You're right. Oh yeah, yeah.
You know,
Ironically,
it's
I mean,
ironic.
so
It's
terrible.
so,
So
I
good.
love it. You know, that's all.
33% more tits than any
Yeah,
other
yeah,
yeah.
sci-fi movie. It's a
To this
game-winning
day,
sport.
Yeah.
I'm like, why have you not done the triple mega titties.
Seriously.
As much as we're doing with plastic surgery, you can get a BBL, but you can't get a
Oh, it's
TTL.
coming.
Come on.
It's coming, dude.
They rocked that Colin Farrell
Yeah, they remade
remake
it.
of Total
Yeah.
Recall, which I vaguely
Did
remember.
anybody see it? Did anybody
I
see
saw
it?
it. I
even know
don't
it
remember.
existed.
I
The
don't remember
remake
being
nobody
good.
wanted. Like, if
Yeah.
it's not Schwarzenegger pulling that thing out of his nose, dude. Look at when he pulls that orb fucking thing out of his nose.
God, bro, the fucking the thing in his stomach,
Yeah.
the little alien.
I remember watching that shit when we were kids. We had like a pizza party. It was like the neighborhood kids, and there was like no adults, and we like rented it and like ordered pizza. It was like a big deal, and we watched Total Recall. I couldn't have been more than like 6. You know,
Blockbuster.
that was awesome.
Mine's all I can think about now is that Clear Soul Forces shit, that album that you sent over, because they got that whole get to the did you hear that Schwarzenegger riff?
Nice. I didn't fucking catch that shit.
I remember being traumatized by them almost dying in space when they had the air.
Yeah,
Just like clutching his face on Mars. You just-
Remember, it's been a hot
Give a young
minute to
child
see that.
nightmares forever, dude.
dude, fucking RoboCop, dude. Come on,
1 and 2.
Sleep on fucking
Even 3.
RoboCop, dude. Yeah.
Robocop is the shit.
Yeah, that first fucking RoboCop's shit.
I remember that whole. You said you're a Detroit guy, right?
Yeah.
There was that whole stink. They wanted to put that
Yeah,
RoboCop
it's a
statue of
Detroit
everything.
movie.
And all of a sudden,
They could have put that right next to the fist.
Come on.
oh yeah,
Right next to the power fist. They have Robocop there.
it might be
But to be fair-
RoboCop and then Joe Lewis in that order.
Yeah, well,
See,
see,
RoboCops
yeah.
and all the time.
To be fair, to have the cops probably isn't the best symbol next to Joe Lewis. But Robocop was a great movie, man. I sometimes wake up with that theme song. I'm at that.
that needs to be the intro to this podcast.
Yeah, I don't remember the theme. Soak it in a little bit.
That fucking
the Robocop
Red.
statue.
Was it Red Foreman? Was the villain?
that's what he's yeah.
Dude,
Go from drug peddling to raising
What
the
the fuck's
family.
his name? Something Haywood.
I'm gonna put my boot in your
Kurtwood
ass.
Smith.
Kurtwood Smith.
Kurtwood Smith is that motherfucker's name. Yeah, man.
My
Yep.
foot in your ass, RoboCop.
He's also in fucking Star Trek, original Star Trek movies. He's a Klingon?
Really?
With the full fucking space blackface, dude. Fucking Red Foreman's in the fucking.
I gotta go back.
Yeah, dude.
Kurtwood Smith's in a surprising number of movies.
Yeah,
Well, I
Early
forget he was so
90s,
old by then already.
Yeah,
he had been
yeah.
around a while.
Yeah,
I
he was a
actually didn't know
legit
that.
guy before that
Yeah,
show.
he's like a character actor or whatever.
Kurtwood Smith rules.
I was just reading some shit about the end of RoboCop with him. If you remember at the very end when they bring him in
Spoiler alert.
and fucking they bring him in to the fucking police station and he spits blood all over the paperwork. You guys remember this? It's the very end of the movie. They were saying that nobody knew he was going to do that. They had already done a bunch of takes and they were like going to do one more take. And he took, it's like blood pills or whatever you'd put in your mouth and whatever. And so like all these motherfuckers, like there's like the clerk guy who's like the paperwork guy and like the cops that are holding him or whatever. And he's like, and spits all that blood out and you could see all their faces and like the fucking, the clerk guy. And he's kind of this like huge black guy or whatever. He's like, what the fuck? Like, it's like all like real. Like they had no fucking idea he was going to do this. I was like, that's pretty baller. Kurtwood Smith fucking bringing in the fucking surprises.
I got an idea.
Not playing around.
Yeah, man. Fucking, how'd you end up over here if you're from the D?
So I went to college in Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Okay.
And I did that for a year. I was like, nope. And
Yeah, Fort Wayne.
I was like, I could just get certified for business and just start working.
Right.
Instead of getting a degree for $35,000 every year.
Right.
So
what's in Fort Wayne? Where?
Indiana Technical.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't know. It was what took me. It was what took me in school.
Right.
But like, I went there and I was just like, I'll just go to Job Corps. And then when my mom, who was pissed at the time, because she had co-signed a lot of the loan. Yeah. Which told me she had moved to GR. Her job had paid for her to move out here.
Oh.
And so she had moved out here. She pulled up, and then kicked me out of the car. It was just like, figure it out. Because she was pissed. And so I ended up
Just
going
like
around the
figure it
corner
out.
to
And you're like,
Job
all right,
Corps.
I'm going to go start doing open mics.
Yeah, well, I ended up at Job Corps and started working there, or getting a degree there, and started working at call centers. And then went from there to seeing improv and then comedy, kind of worked my way up. I knew I wanted to do it since high school, but no clue where.
Right,
I've been here ever since then.
What were you studying in college, and what's technical?
Business management.
It's just business. Okay.
And psychology minor.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah, sick.
As a former business management major, I can confirm it's the phoniest of degrees.
So
dude. It's such
yeah.
bullshit.
Communications.
You go to phony major.
You can always fall back on a major in communications. Dear God, I know it, this phony major. We got Simpsons, man, and all. That's some classic Simpsons shit from back in the day.
That's another one I'm sad about. It's still going, right?
Oh yeah.
Unfortunately,
I don't know what a single episode has looked like.
No,
It's
man.
Forever. They don't have clips. They don't put it on Insta, TikTok,
Yeah.
nothing.
I don't know.
Is just
Since they cut out Apu as like one of the funniest characters ever, like okay, like shit like that. Like all right, this is I mean, it had not been funny for many, many years, but we always we're big fans of like the first 10 seasons.
classics.
It's like the funniest
Monorail,
shit like, ever
you know
fucking
what I
made,
mean?
dude.
Oh, yeah.
Sideshow Bob.
Come on, dude. So
Halloween.
funny.
Sideshow Bob classic
Yeah.
episodes.
Yeah,
man.
Cape
Fear
So
parodies?
good.
Dude,
Yes.
fuck, so fucking funny, man.
Kelsey Grammer,
Kelsey
dude.
Grammer,
Sideshow Bob, dude.
Kelsey Grammer,
Sideshow
the
Mel.
fucking man, dude.
Yeah.
What was the other one? The brother from Frasier.
Yeah.
He also did a
Niles,
sideshow.
but I can't. I
It's like
can't-
Sideshow Mel or something like that.
Yeah,
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 just classics.
Yeah, I can't think of his name.
Classics.
Right
Bleeding Gums Murphy.
Yeah, for real. He was
Great
one of the
episode,
first
dude.
characters they killed off.
Yeah.
That
Which
was
made
like
sense
Season
diabetically.
3 or whatever.
Yeah,
Yeah.
dude.
Bleeding gums, dude.
You knew he wasn't gonna make it.
Indeed. Yeah, man, that shit's fucking some of the funny shit. The
The
monorail
movie was
shit,
good though.
I got mixed feelings about the movie. It was a little preachy for me. It was kind of already past the point. It felt I only saw it once too, I'll say, but it felt disconnected. Like, and I know they wrote it like 3 different writers wrote the 3 different acts of the movie. So basically, they had like an overarching plot they
I don't think
agreed
I ever
on,
knew that. That's
and then
interesting.
they basically had like 3 of their top writers like actually write the 3 things, and it just felt disjointed to me for that. And I also felt like they brought back Albert Brooks, who was classic, bunch of classic shit on there, including fucking Scorpio, one of the greatest things ever on there.
Oh, yeah.
And he's like I don't know, is he the villain? I don't even remember the plot of the Simpsons.
I think he was
movie.
like the government guy that was the villain.
Yeah. I just felt like they were kind of like trying to like recreate some magic or something. It was like, I don't
It was
know.
a whole. I think that preachy is the perfect word for it, right? Because they went down this whole rabbit hole, like climate change, and that whole show started to go in that direction. It was like all getting like increasingly political and environmental, and leaning into that.
They had presidents on that show at the beginning. The
Did they?
Fords.
Yeah,
With Burhead
Bush was on there. There was the Bush episode.
But
with the
that
whales
was-
and
that's
stuff.
great.
Yeah,
That was
That
great.
wasn't
Yeah.
actually them though.
No, but I mean, they were playing with the concept of the characters. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Ford, Bush, the beef between Bush and Homer was beautiful.
Yeah, I
That
mean that's
shit,
one
yeah,
of
it
the
was
funniest
great.
fucking
That
that
was
shit's
beautiful.
hilarious. Yeah.
Barbara.
Indeed. Cold drinks are not my forte. That lemonade shit or whatever.
What was the other guy? The one who was pissed that Homer just kept winning all the time, even though he worked harder.
Grimes.
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 That episode is
The
up
first
there.
one, they brought him back like later too. They did like a follow-up episode with
Really?
Yeah.
Was it a Halloween thing? Or
No,
like
no,
canon?
it was just like another episode with that Grimes dude.
When he
or
comes
something
over
like
the
that.
house, Homer's
He
like,
dies at the end.
There's my
Yeah.
Grammy up there. This is my wife.
You're having lobster for dinner in your mansion. I live above a bowling alley and below another bowling alley.
Shit's so good.
Yeah, I don't remember.
Gil.
But yeah,
That's Gil. He was like, "Oh, Gil, it's coming on up."
yeah. Oh, jeez.
Gil was
Should've seen me.
arguably
Gil was
seen me
old
with
Morty.
him.
one of the best ancillary characters in any show
He
ever.
calls his wife. You should have seen me with this one, honey. And he goes, "No, I almost had him, babe." He goes, "No, I thought you said that was over. No, don't put him on the phone." Hey, John, how's it going? No, don't put him on the phone.
God damn it, dude.
My scene that never leaves my brain, my favorite scene in Simpsons history. And there's a great moment. Scorpio is another favorite episode of mine. That whole
I'd
season.
say that's my all-time favorite.
Let's say as far as a full episode, but there's just one scene
Yeah.
where Milhouse passes the note back to Lisa.
Yeah.
And it's like it gets to Milhouse somehow and it's like, "Do you like me? Yes, no, maybe."
yeah.
And he turns around and Milhouse is like that. And then they just cut to Milhouse on the stretcher.
He's a good there holding him on the stretcher. I know exactly what you're talking about.
Just cut to him on the stretcher, they put it to the hospital bed. And he's like, he left me no recourse. And I was like, yeah.
God damn, that Bone Crusher
classic.
episode with this fucking Millhouse mom.
Yeah.
Bart's watching porn again.
Drederick Tatum.
Yeah, dude.
God
Drederick
damn
Tatum
it,
was
dude.
so
Sitting him in the face. He's like, please don't kill me. He's like, I see no other recourse.
There's one of my favorite scenes in that episode. It's when Mo was talking about being a boxer. He's like, I was kid gorgeous. Then I was kid less attractive. Then I was kid tolerable.
Kid presentable.
And finally kid gruesome.
Then I was Kid Gruesome. And now it's just Mo. That's also the episode where he's Drederick Tatum or whatever is like, he's fighting the guy and he's talking about the restaurant. That's the shit where I was doing. He's
got the black and sea bass.
They do a sea bass. Sea bass is stupendous. They do it black and sauteed. It's delicious. It's delicious. He's just like beating on that fucking guy and he's like talking to some girl off the ring or I don't know.
So spot on. They've got that whole intro where he's coming out of prison, Mike Tyson style. God damn, it's good.
The black and white HBO when he punches the head and it explodes.
They do like so awesome.
Yeah, man.
That's a whole era gone.
Yeah,
it's
for
crazy.
real.
You think back on it, like, how did this go this far?
Yeah,
because Family Guy can still get you. They've been going just as long. South Park still hits.
Yeah,
you know, they still manage to be on point.
All that shit's grandfathered in. Everybody's like, let them get. It's the Tarantino effect for live action. It's like,
but that doesn't mean Tarantino doesn't still get a win every now and again. You know what I mean?
Oh, all his shit's
like you can still get. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
what we're saying. Yeah, it's they're grandfathered in when you can like.
I thought the Simpsons had that too.
They do. That's just not funny anymore. They just turned over.
They
All the writers turned over.
I don't think anybody was clamoring for this.
Correct.
I think they were just like, oh, we probably shouldn't do.
Yeah.
I just read the other day. I didn't know this because Hank Azaria, I think it was, or one of the dudes was doing like Lenny. You know, Lenny and Carl, the two guys.
Yeah.
And then they booted him out of that role to like get an actual black dude in there. And like the Apu thing, I don't remember anybody bitching about that until
that was
they
him.
were talking about
he just
it.
Did that. He was like, I'm not comfortable doing this anymore. Which is like, okay, to a point, I can see that maybe you're not comfortable doing it anymore, but you don't got to kill the character.
Right.
It's like, what? Like, it's like, yeah, he's the fucking like successful. He runs his own business. There's a whole episode where like all the ladies are in love with him because he's the successful guy who like, you know, like it's.
But it goes back to your point about intent, right? Like you never watch that growing up, and it's like, oh, this is offensive, and they're being malicious about it. Like,
there was like a period of time where everybody got invested in that. You had it on like newer shows where people are like, oh, I want that voice or that actor to be of the people.
Yeah.
And then it kind of became a thing of going like, oh, it didn't really matter.
Yeah.
You know, but to me, it never mattered. The writing of the character, keep the voice. This like if you got a guy who could do the voice. Yeah. I think Rick and Morty replaced the one guy because he texts kids.
It's a cartoon.
It doesn't matter. You can hear him. It's changed there, but it's something about killing off the character altogether or getting rid of it. Like it's just
ridiculous.
Unnecessary.
I mean, Apu was one of the classic characters of The Simpsons. I mean, there's whole episodes about him. I mean, it was not just like totally bit. I mean, he was like a very sustained character.
He was a part of the community of this.
Yeah. Until it's like it's ridiculous. And like
that'd be like getting rid of Dr. Hibbert.
Yeah, right.
It's
Exactly.
like
okay. It just makes no fucking sense. And like, do you ever catch Akash Singh or whatever? He's that other dude on Flagrant. You know, he's all right. It's a comic.
I feel like Akash is performative. Like,
I agree.
He's over the top,
but he has because he's an Indian dude. He had a fucking legit take on that, and basically he was speaking to it as an Indian dude, and he was saying like, what you don't understand is like Apu was my parents, like, and it's like this is like was reality, right? And like we related to this. Like our parents came here and they fucking did work in convenience stores, and that's how they built it.
They were the only one in the neighborhood. They were the only. Like it's like
now I'm the second generation of that, and I'm doing this or whatever. But he's like, so to him, he's like, I'm super offended by this. This is like that they cut it out.
If you were going to try to keep up and modernize it, you don't get rid of their truth. You add. You say he had a kid. The kid's now first generation Hindu or whatever.
Let's nix one of 10 minorities on this show and call that progress for some reason. I do got to give a quick shout out to Akash, who I've never liked on Flagrant. Like, and in fairness, I think he's trying to fight for mic time, you know, because Schultz is kind of doing his thing. But he was on Rogan and just getting a rip and just do his thing and not be performative.
To your point.
And stand up wise, even. I was like, he's okay there.
I've never seen this.
He's a crowd guy, just like, you know. Yeah. But whenever I see him on Flagrant, I'm like, you're doing too much.
Yeah, Flagrant's can have a bit of a weird dynamic.
They got too many dudes on that show.
Yeah,
They got too many dudes on that show.
Well, and if they're all just like riffing on their own, it's one thing. But then when they've got a guest and they're all trying to get mic time and do that, it's a little fucked up. What's your take on crowd work, man? Because I know this has been taken off and it's so clippable and nobody wants to burn material, etc. Like, are you a crowd work guy? Is that
I'm a material guy. I'm a writer. Yeah. But like, I also like to go up and play. I like to write so consistently that I know what I want to do, so I can go off of that and come back if I want to.
Right.
So that way I can get a little bit of both in. But like, I think crowd work's good, man. If you're gonna be riskier with your material, the crowd comes along with you if they trust you. They never trust you more than when you include them.
Right.
So when you make them feel like they're part of the show. So when you play with crowd work, I think it's fun. I also think if you want to go online and get more people to pay attention to you, it's best to do that without your shit that you're going to be doing at every show.
Yeah, that's why it's so huge now.
Yeah.
And
So-
I mean, Scholes was a huge part
Joe's
of
just
making
great
that.
at it.
I mean, that's
He's
his-
legitimately good. I feel like a lot of these
just
dudes are
fucking
grasping
great at it.
straws,
Yeah.
but dude, he's fucking spot on
his
with
shit.
that shit, man.
And a lot of it is because he does have that fucking cultural awareness where he can oh, you're Pakistani, aren't you? And can just start ripping on that.
And part of it is me being like, whoa, how did you know that?
Yeah,
Like, how did you know this? Or
And
how'd
that's
you know
why he
that?
gets away with it
Yeah.
because he's like, right. And I mean, it's really specific.
Couple
like,
plants in the
you know.
audience. Never heard you. I'm sure it was totally organic.
Yeah, but also Schultz is fucking. I mean, I haven't seen anything since that special he put out, which was like 3-4 years ago or something. No, 3 years ago or something. But that special was fucking hilarious. Hilarious. I loved it.
And then, I mean, he got me through a lot of COVID.
Yeah, I mean, that's when he
turn your
really
phone
popped.
sideways.
Yeah.
Sideways.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, he went down to Miami and started fucking doing that shit and whatever. Yeah.
Him and Charlemagne.
Yeah.
On Brilliant Idiots. I've always loved that.
Yeah.
Flagrant I did like a lot. It just feel like it's a victim of itself.
Right,
you know?
right.
So it's like, it's going to be fine. It's to have its place.
It does get hard to listen to. I mean, like, you can't. I mean, we talk over each other all the time on here and whatever, but of course that's going to happen. But like with them, it is like you're saying, you got 4 people on always, plus a guest or 2, you know, or whatever. And it's like, it can just be like, I can't really hear what anybody's saying right now, you know? So it just kind of gets like
so much deep cut shit about like the thing that's happening right this second on TikTok or like this influencer or that. I'm just like, and I'm a fucking old ass man. I was like, I have no idea what you guys are talking about.
Like, I don't know who this fucking guy is. Or like, it's very like New York culture, which is sweet, but like, I get
New Yorkers keep up for a long time.
Yeah.
I was noticed that when I was down there, I was like, oh, we go to a nightclub. This guy's 47. He's just up getting it. And you'd be like, what are you doing? He's like, I don't know. I mean, we never really stop. That's kind of what I like about it.
Keep it moving, dude.
Yeah, you got to
keep going.
You got to.
I never been. I drove through New York City once, and that was it. I can't say I've ever really been there.
To me, I was like, this is where I would love to end it. To be like, this would be my final stop. I would love to be in New York.
Yeah.
There's something about the Midwest that I've never quite liked, is that it's peaceful. Not Detroit. Yeah. But in fact, when I first got here, I was like, how am I supposed to sleep without the lullaby and the muzzle flashes? But like,
constant sirens and, you know.
When I first got to Job Corps, that's on Hall and Division. So I was like, oh, it's just little Detroit. And then you go over to Wealthy and there's a brick road. And I was like, I don't feel safe. Like, I don't know.
This cobblestone's a little much.
Dude.
I've since acclimated. But like, like you go into like these... What was I saying? What were we talking about before that?
Oh, New York.
Detroit.
You go into like these bigger towns and these smaller towns. Like Grand Rapids shuts down at like midnight 30.
Yeah.
It's just gone. It could be the busiest street, and then at 1 a.m. it's gone. It's just
especially on weeknights.
Yeah, and I live downtown. Yeah. So like, but you go to New York, it's never stopping.
Yeah, we got jobs here, bro.
So we got jobs too. They're hustles. But like, you go to New York, they never stop. And I'm just like, I like that, because in my head, I'm like, I got to get up and go do something.
Yeah.
Everybody's moving. I can't sit still. And it keeps me busy. It keeps me writing.
Right.
Here, I feel like I get complacent. I'm ready to start settling down.
I get it.
I'm like, I should probably get a wife soon. You know, like, it's just...
Winter hits, you're like, a cup of hot cocoa sounds pretty down
nice.
here.
Why would I go do comedy?
Right, yeah. Well, that's true.
How you boys feeling about a quick break here? I got to bail at least.
We can take a break.
No problem.
Good time for a break.
This is like where some teenagers are murdered in an old Jason Voorhees movie.
It's a true crime doc, by the way. You don't want to know what's underneath this fucking rug right here, bro.
God,
This is
really
a chalk outline.
I really do want to know.
Some shit went down. Dude, this has been one of the most brutal weeks I've had in a long time.
Man, a ton going on. I feel like most eyes were on the presidential debate this week, so a lot of other news slipping under the cracks, going under the wire.
True. I haven't been listening or watching shit. I have no idea what's going on in the world, so I'm hoping that we can fucking get a little update.
Thankfully, my friend, we might have just the solve for that.
The Dangerville Podcast presents News of the World.
Still dealing with some volume issues.
Thank God I'm already deaf in my left ear.
All right, boys. First up on the docket, coffee recalled nationwide due to risk of fatal food poisoning.
Oh, damn.
Pretty wild, yeah. Nearly 300 types of canned coffee distributed nationwide are being recalled over botulism concerns, according to the U.S. Food and Drug Administration.
Damn.
Pretty wild, yeah. The FDA warns that consuming this coffee is the most dangerous and surefire way to be injured by something hot and black, the side of insulting Will Smith's wife.
You are correct, sir.
Dude. Off and running, gentlemen. Off and running. Next up, boys, we've got bear attacks worker at park. Okay.
Oh, shit.
So a black bear lunged at an employee after barging into a concession stand in the theme park in Gatlinburg, Tennessee, gentlemen.
Oh, shit.
Yes. The employee said that he was incredibly flattered, but is really more into twinks.
Yeah. That's kind of where I figured that was going to go, dude.
The lowest of hanging fruit. Yeah, these are not good jokes this week.
No, you came out the gate swinging.
Yeah, man.
New Jersey man flies to Florida to attack another player over an online gaming dispute.
Damn.
This is incredible, yes.
Nerds, man.
Yeah, they're getting active, though.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we do.
So an online gaming dispute made its way to the real world when a New Jersey man flew to Florida to attack another player with a hammer.
Ooh.
Gentlemen. Yeah, this guy wasn't fucking around.
Ooh.
Fortunately for the intended victim, the man lost his hammer after running into Lemmy Koopa before any real damage could be done.
God, really, dude? Really? I was thinking
That's a deep cut. Nobody knows who Lemmy is.
That's why you're wearing the shirt. This cocksucker's wearing the fucking shirt.
I'm literally Googling villains from Ice World of Mario.
Oh my God,
terrible, terrible lackluster
I was thinking
material.
something with the fucking Nancy Pelosi or whatever. Didn't her husband get
Paul
fucking
Pelosi,
beat with that hammer or something? You remember that shit?
Nah, because I don't follow politics.
I don't either, but that was some wild shit. That was more like some fucking like crazy crime shit.
Totally random occurrence.
You always want to hear about the JFK shootings, the Reagan shootings, the Kennedy shooting.
Somebody's getting shot. I don't know.
You always want to see the big ones. You're like, oh, it gets crazy in the White House. The Monica shootings.
Bullseye right on that dress, son.
One in the chest. Yeah, for sure. Former pro surfer known for riding huge pipeline waves dies in shark attack while surfing off of Oahu.
Damn.
Yes. So Tamayo Perry, a former professional surfer who appeared on Hawaii 5-0, died suddenly from a shark attack while surfing off the coast of Hawaii. Ironically enough, gentlemen.
Jesus.
Perry is survived by his wife Amelia, who issued a statement. "It still doesn't seem real. I'm still struggling to believe it. I'm still struggling to come to grips with it, boys. The entire situation was just so sad. Seriously, bringing back Hawaii 5-0, for the love of God, can somebody please come up with an original concept?" Now I'm at finance right there. We'll go ahead and get one more terrible Hawaii 5-0 joke in here. Sadly,
one hurts.
for Perry, unlike Hawaii 5-0, he was unable to jump the shark, gentlemen.
There you go. There you go.
Yes,
That was a little better.
Good. All right, thankfully we've got but one more. Last but not
So wait.
least.
Isn't the jumping the shark from
Yeah.
the Fonz? What is that?
Yes.
Happy Days.
Happy Days, yeah.
Which has become
The
like
OG
a
jumping the shark thing.
jumping the shark has become like a
Common parlance for
yes, thank
fucking-
you.
yeah.
Common parlance.
Going
Look at you.
ridiculous.
Boom.
Yeah.
Well, he's a
Things
high-
like this news bit that have gone on far too long and have ceased
It's
being
like
entertaining.
colloquial.
I think once you started looking up, once you started looking up the news, you were like, I got to start using words like parlance, colloquialism.
I mean, as a news man, it's kind of my job.
Gotta really
you
expand
know.
my vocabulary.
Like, are you getting pretty smart? Like, perchance, yeah.
A lot of hitherto.
A lot of henceforths and hithertos.
All right, boys. Last but not least, no lie, perfectly preserved centuries-old cherries unearthed at George Washington's Mount Vernon estate.
No fucking way.
Pretty crazy story, yeah. Dozens of bottles and berries and cherries preserved in storage pits uncovered from the cellar of Washington's mansion on the banks of the Potomac River were discovered during an archaeological dig connected to a restoration project.
Okay.
Yes. Washington was extremely skilled at preserving cherries throughout the majority of his life until one fateful sultry night with Ben Franklin, during which some questionable decisions were made. And that, ladies and gentlemen, is your...
Okay.
Yeah. That's a banger. Real lackluster response. I stick by the George Washington.
I agree with, again... Patrice O'Neal, you got to let him try. Yeah. I felt just as bad about that as someone would about one of those jobs.
It would have worked better if it was fucking Thomas Jefferson. Because, he was like fucking all his slaves and like had a bunch of kids with all his
to be fair, George Washington had a few too, I imagine.
Oh, yeah, he was probably.
We're hard to resist as a people.
Indeed.
Boys, I don't want to get into the politics of this, but can we talk about the theater of the presidential debate last night? Did you guys watch this?
I saw somebody described it the best, where they were like, I couldn't watch somebody else watching the highlights of that debate. That's how bad it fucking was. And that was me. I watched a few things today. Ugh.
I don't follow politics one bit. I watch this shit just for the hell of it. I'm like, let me see what's going on here. Because I figured old man Joe's going to be shitting his pants or whatever. So I'm like, let me scope this out a little bit. I got to see what's going on. The theater of the absurd, so to speak.
Yeah, man.
And I'm just like, that was the least substantive thing ever, right? And then whatever I'm watching at the end, they're just like, that was the biggest piece of trash in the history of the world. It was out of control. Nothing of any substance was said, but the whole thing where they get into like this 5-minute debate about who's the better golfer. Did you guys see that? No, I missed that. That shit was flames across the board. They asked this question like, what would you two gentlemen say about folks concerned about the age and your ability to make it through office for another 4 years? And Trump's going full Trump in this, of course, and he's just like, I've got to say, I won the golf league championship 2 years running. To win a golf league championship, you got to be very smart. Got to be smart. And one of the smartest men. Good shape. Got to be able to hit the ball very far. Got to be able to drive the far. This guy, the biggest lie I've heard is him claiming he's an 8 handicap golfer. Challenged him to golf many times. He was just going off, dude. That
is pretty funny.
What relevance does this have to anything?
That's pretty goddamn.
I want to meet the people that swayed. Like,
indeed.
He's like, oh shit,
damn.
Gotta vote for Trump. He's the better golfer.
He's good at tennis too. Right. He's got that famous picture of him wearing those tighty whities. You ever seen that?
Yeah.
But at Mar-a-Lago?
Probably, yeah. He's like in full fucking tennis garb. See if you can find that shit, dude. That fucking
because I felt like that whole debate was like watching the two dudes from the Muppets argue in the stands. Just go against each other, and I was just like, this is really...
Well, they've been doing that Simpsons fucking meme. It's the fucking classic thing from the Simpsons where it's old man yells at old man. It's two Abe Simpsons yelling at each other. That's like the biggest meme going. Yeah, soak it in a little bit.
Dude. He's got the MAGA hat on too.
Yeah,
like,
I know, dude.
It's like his leisure hat.
God damn, dude. Soak in those.
Like he's about it,
dude. That's good. That's what I'm going for is Halloween. This year,
that's good. That's perfect.
You got to modernize and pickleball it.
Yeah. Those white short shorts.
Oh no.
A tennis player I am not, but this doesn't seem to be the most forceful way to hit a ball.
Yeah. Look at this. They photoshopped it. He's got a pan full of bacon.
It's pretty good.
That's incredible.
Yeah. Oh man. Yeah. It's a real shit show, dude. I'm just like fucking. I can't even.
It hurts.
Yeah,
because it makes you feel like, oh, there's just really no hope.
Yeah, we're all just like, literally nobody I know is like, yeah, great. Either I guess I do know some fucking real hardcore Trump people, but like,
for sure there are.
So I guess they're probably like, oh, we fucking trounced him. But pretty much everybody I know is just like, this is a fucking shit show that nobody wants. Nobody wants this.
It was farcical at best, man. The whole thing is like,
seriously,
really reinforce and affirm my decision to continue not voting.
Yeah, so. This might be the time, or I might vote third party. I kind of like fucking Kennedy. He's kind of all right.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. But we'll have to see see him talk because I don't think he has the influence to push.
I don't know if I'm prepared to listen to a 45-minute State of the Union with that raspy motherfucker.
Yeah, no, but what
Like,
I'm
am I supposed
saying
to be
is,
quitting cigs right now? What's going on? Is this a truth commercial?
indeed, yeah. I smoked for 45 years. He's got the fucking the tracheotomy or whatever. You know, like doing the, he's got the voice box. The State of the Union is Now I just want Cheryl Hines from Curb Your Enthusiasm
To be the first lady.
lady, dude. Were you a Curb fan at all? Did you catch any Curb?
Only in clips. So
Yeah.
like, I have to go back. I do like Larry David.
Yeah.
Like, and, you know, I know Jerry wrote on it, so I know it's good. And I've seen clips that are hilarious where he's like arguing with like they're having a Palestine argument.
Oh, man.
And the girls across there like, come over here, David. And I just like, I get it. I get the. It was funny.
You need to fucking watch some Curb, dude. It's fucking hilarious.
It's a legitimate
And it's dry, and I like dry a lot.
Show, yeah. Did you ever watch a show where you're an HBO guy? It sounds like
Whenever it was free. Like it's like growing up, it was like, oh, HBO's free this weekend.
Yes.
My go-to dry comedy, because I'm a huge dry comedy fan too. I like comedy so dry it's not even funny, as evidenced by the last skit. But Bored to Death. Ted Danson, Zach Galifianakis, and Jason Schwartzman.
Right.
Very
That's a good mix. I've never heard of this even.
Very funny.
I think it was like real under the radar.
Seasons.
Like, oh shit!
You said Bored to Death, and I thought of what's the one where they work at the funeral home.
Oh, 6 Feet Under.
Yeah, 6 Feet Under. That was that HBO or Showtime?
Yeah,
that's HBO. Yeah.
Okay, so yeah,
that was a good show. I was a big 6 Feet Under fan.
I never saw that either.
Never even heard of Bored to Death.
Yeah, they got fucking that's the dude who went on to do Dexter from that fucking
correct
6 Feet Under show. Or whatever. I guess they got new Dexter, new Dexter, and it's fucking. They got Sarah Michelle Gellar's in it.
She's still around,
and she's gonna be in this new Dexter.
Interesting.
How's she looking?
She looks good. She's great. Yeah, I mean,
your voice went up an octave. I see you're trying to be a good person. That's fine. That's fine.
No, I mean, she looks good. It's whatever. I don't know.
Sarah Michelle
She doesn't
Gellar.
look. I know what you did last summer. Good. She.
I mean, come on, though. You know?
Not intolerable cruelty, but Cruel Intentions. Sarah Michelle Gellar.
Yeah, that's what I'm talking
prime
about.
time.
Come on.
Oh yeah, and I have a stepsister, so I was like, this is a bad show.
You're like looking away and shit.
Yeah, I'm just like,
sitting there watching it all.
I
like
do not
this,
approve. This is a ridiculous show. You going upstairs anytime soon? You can get out of here.
Whatever happened to that fucking Ryan Phillippe guy though? He's the guy who fucking fell off. Dude.
But he married not Amy Poehler. He married Reese Witherspoon, didn't he?
That sounds right. I think so.
Yeah.
I think he just started relaxing. Like he was like, you got this. Your career's
He's like,
going
you're
great.
A-list. I'm more like, like, I'll let you make the money. They can't still be together though.
I mean,
maybe. Fuck.
It's rare Hollywood guys, but yeah.
I don't know, man. That dude was the fucking it guy though for a long fucking time.
He was
the 90s teen movie guy for a long while.
Yeah, indeed.
He's in something new. I didn't.
All of those were great.
Going
back.
Yeah.
Well, I
Josh
can't hardly
Hartnett's
wait.
fucking all over the place now. All of a sudden again too.
Really?
Yeah, he's fucking. I think maybe he just like bowed out to. I'm guessing maybe he was like raising his kids or something. But he's in the fucking the atomic bomb movie.
Oppenheimer.
Yeah, he's got a pretty big role in that, and he's got a new starring. He's the star of the new fucking M. Night Shyamalan movie.
Avatar 2?
Yeah.
Electric Boogaloo?
The Quest for More Money. No, it actually looks pretty sweet. It's called like The Trap or something, and it's like he's a serial killer, Hartnett, who is like also just like a suburban dad kind of thing, also serial killer, takes his daughter to a concert, but the whole concert is some sort of sting operation to catch this serial killer. They know he's going to be there or something.
It's around his MO.
Yeah, it's like they know for some reason. I don't know the whole setup.
Is it like Mr. Brooks? You ever seen that movie?
Kevin Costner.
Yeah. He's like a suburban dad who's a serial killer.
It's got to be similar, yeah. But this whole thing takes place like during a concert, like in like real time almost, and so like the trap's like closing in on them. I don't know if they even know. They don't know who they're looking for. They just know the killer's gonna be there.
Fall for this.
And so they're like, fucking,
the
I don't know.
trap's so well set they don't even know who it's meant for.
Exactly. Yeah, I'm sure Bruce Willis is there. It's fucking, you know what I mean, dude? He's working security.
Lucky number 11.
Yeah.
I like that's one of those movies I always. Josh Hartnett had a lot of movies.
Yeah,
Hartnett kicks ass.
he
I'll
was
say
in
it.
that.
Even when he was doing
Hartnett's
like the young movies, he was still the guy.
Yeah.
Yep. 40 Days a Night was a super funny flick. It was like course
Great.
meant for teens
Yep.
and whatnot.
Yeah, was that the
super
one where he
funny.
doesn't jack off for
Yeah.
40
Yeah,
days or
Great
whatever?
flick.
Yeah,
An
that was funny.
underrated, awesome horror flick with Josh
Faculty?
Hartnett.
Faculty's good.
Forgot about The Faculty. Forgot he was in that.
Jon Stewart.
What was the vampire flick?
30 days. Yeah.
Talking about multiple days and multiple nights
Yeah,
and multiple
that is a
Josh
good
Hartnett
movie.
movies. That movie fucking
There's a
rules.
6
That's lucky
fucking
number 11
crossover.
underrated.
like horror
Yeah.
noir.
No,
type.
fucking
He's going
Halloween
in.
H2O, boy.
With Buster Rhymes.
He's
baby.
Jamie Lee Curtis's son.
Yeah.
In fucking Halloween.
Ian
I liked
Crow.
that
But
movie. I thought
H2O,
it was-
that was the one with LL Cool J. The one with Busta Rhymes was the one after.
just bringing in every fucking rapper.
Well, we might have to get a judge's decision on this one. I don't know. I
Yeah. I think
know my Buster.
there-
I know
no,
my
I think 'cause
Halloween
H2O. H2O's
was
got
LL Cool J.
LL Cool J.
He's a cop.
Yeah, he's the security guard
Or,
at the
yeah.
college that they're at or
possibly
whatever.
a
Yeah.
dual bus of bus and LL Cool J cameo.
Yeah, they do a rap battle with Michael Myers at the end.
I wanted to put money up on this, and I don't have money.
And fairness, Michael Myers got bars in that
Indeed.
flick.
Yeah, it's like
Indeed.
the 8 Mile battle at the end.
Surprisingly choice, right?
Yeah. That's
Everybody from Halloween 1
Man,
through 3.
he bodies all kinds of people in that fucking movie. Yeah, dude, Michael Myers is fucking from the hood, dude. It's like, you grew up in the fucking, what's the 8 Mile thing where it's like, you grew up in the fucking, you know, he's some rich guy. Or
You went to
whatever.
Cranbrook. That's a private camp.
Yeah. That shit, dude. You know what I'm saying?
That's
Yeah,
a
man.
great flick, too. I rewatched that a while back. 'Cause I haven't
8
seen
Mile?
that in a while. It's a good flick, dude.
Yeah, it is good. That new fucking Eminem, I fucking loved it. I love the new fucking Eminem
song?
track. Yeah, that Houdini song, dude.
It was nostalgic. It was good.
Yeah, that was the point. I mean, the whole thing of the whole death of Slim Shady is
Yeah.
fucking hilarious to me.
I like when they get to the point where they're just like, fine, we'll go back to what you said you would.
Yeah. And just
I
like,
like that. I'm waiting on Kanye to do it too. Like, it's just like, stop.
I like how he's just like fucking with everybody again, but he's also like, you know, apparently it's like I'm done with the Slim Shady character as well at the same time. So like, I don't know. We'll see how the record shapes up, but I mean, obviously Dre was saying it's the fucking sweetest thing ever. I mean, he's got a stake in saying that.
I was
but-
going to say,
yeah. He's not gonna be like,
That's really
"Ah,
good. You
the
guys
new
should
Eminem's
definitely go and buy
trash.
this
Yeah.
now, yeah.
I remember he told me Beats were the best headphones you could buy.
Yeah, indeed.
I believed
indeed.
them for a good while.
They were all right.
They were $250.
Those ones you're wearing are
Overrated,
$250. They're
Yeah.
far superior.
Yeah, exactly. I found some
Bose man,
JBLs
dude.
that were superior.
Well,
to
of
Beats.
course, JBL's real pro audio shit, dude. Like Beats by Dre was just a fucking
They were cheaper than the Beats.
yeah.
Beats
yeah.
were all right. Yeah,
They're
but it's,
okay,
it's
yeah.
no Bose, man. You get those Bose QT, those things.
Bose
Then you find out
those
that they
are
put
nice.
the
Dominant,
weight.
dude.
They put the weight in the beats to make it feel more
Yeah.
heavy, so that you think it's more.
It was all scam,
I was like,
dude.
ah.
Did you see that documentary with it was an HBO thing with Dre and Jimmy Iovine? It was kind of like
Yeah.
and they were talking about how that whole Beats thing came about. And I just fucking thought it was a great story because he was gonna get into sneakers, and he was sitting on his fucking porch, and Jimmy Iovine's walking the beach because they lived like right next door to each other on the fucking beach in LA. And he comes over, hey, what the fuck you up to? And he's like, I got these sneakers. They're sending me all these sneakers. They want me to do these sneakers or whatever. And he goes, you don't know shit about sneakers. You know speakers. You should do speakers. And I just thought that was like literally though, like the genius of Jimmy Iovine just being like, nah, dude, if you don't know shit about, he's like, I don't know, what do you think? Do you like these? I don't know shit about sneakers. Like, why are you doing it if you don't know shit about sneakers? What you know is speakers. You should be making fucking headphones is basically
something.
what it fucking came down to. And
That's the same documentary where he was listening to Nirvana.
Yeah.
Like
yeah, those guys are the fucking
Having said
shit.
all that, if Dre comes out with sneakers, I'm getting them tomorrow.
100%,
I've known
dude.
a pair
Yeah,
of sneakers
100%,
my
dude.
entire
Yeah.
life.
You know
and
they're
I'm
gonna
rocking
make,
Dre
like, only
sneakers without
100 of them.
question. Yeah,
Yeah.
Throwing down top dollar for those Dre sneakers.
They'd probably actually be fucking sweet, dude. Like
Oh, yeah.
Kanye sneakers, man. I mean, obviously, maybe I'm not the audience clearly, but like I thought they were just fucking garbage.
Oh, no, they are.
I'm not a
lot
fan.
of some
They're
things are just
terrible.
status based, you know, like
Yeah.
everything's
I
supreme.
don't-
Balenciaga are boats. You got little boats on your feet.
Right,
They're
right,
not
yeah.
attractive shoes. Yeezys, not
Yeah, I don't get it.
I don't
know.
get it.
I'm like,
It's
ah.
the name.
Avid Kanye hater, man. I've been hating
All right,
on
look,
Kanye since
listen,
day
I
one.
can leave. That's my favorite rapper. Of all time.
I keep hearing I got to go back through some of the early shit, which in
That's my
fairness I
favorite.
got to do.
The early shit's my shit, but
my
like
thing
I mean,
was just, I
lately,
couldn't stand him as a
Kanye.
human being. It's like,
Yeah.
dude, he's
That
so
didn't happen
fucking
until later.
smart.
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
It's like- yeah, and where do you? I mean, there is, and like, I listen to what's the? I can never fucking remember what's the new shit he's doing with the other guy. He just put it out.
Vultures?
Yes.
It's okay.
It was okay. That's what I listened to it. I threw it on, you know.
I mean, I could be honest about the product.
Yeah.
It's what Kanye represents, man. Like before Kanye, everything was thug rap.
Yes, I agree with this. Yeah.
Before Kanye, everything was thug rap. It was 50 Cent. It was Dipset. It was all of that. Kanye came in. It was such a big deal that 50 Cent was like, "There's no way he's gonna outsell me."
Yeah. Yep.
Because he's a backpacker. He's a college kid. He's blah blah blah. And he had positive things to say, and his mom was a Panther, and all of this shit. He wasn't hedonistic yet, you know.
Yeah.
And so he was like, he came out and he just blew 50 out of the water, and everybody was like, "Oh,
yeah,
the new wave is in."
Yeah. I'm always telling him
like fair
those
enough.
first three, like the first 3 records, maybe I'll say like are legitimately like works of genius. Like they're fucking unbelievably awesome.
I'm really more of a Diddy man personally.
Yeah.
I'm not a fan of his music, but I like his work.
Yeah, man. No, you know what else changed that like a lot of people don't with like exactly what you're saying, but I do a lot of artwork, record covers and shit. I'm kind of obsessed with. I do some of that stuff. The artwork of hip hop changed completely from Kanye West. It's a real thing that's like it's very different. This weird like now there's a lot of artwork that's really like cartoony and almost like anime based and stuff like
anime
hip-hop
blew
and
up
stuff.
even more.
Yeah, it's a really interesting thing, and I really attribute a lot of that to Kanye.
Kanye made people emotional. We got Drake after Kanye. We got Kid Cudi, who was like the underground of that. Probably the real start is Kid Cudi. Emotional rap kind of came out after that. It was like Kanye and Kid Cudi.
Yeah.
And then Drake came about. And then like music and rap got artsy.
Right.
Yeah. I mean, My Beautiful Dark Twisted Fantasy is artsy. Life of Pablo is artsy.
There was already some of that stuff. Not like I'm the super expert about it. I mean, like, you know, some of the New York stuff. I mean, definitely like, and my favorite shit's the fucking West Coast shit. That's the shit I'm still listening to. Is fucking. That's what I'm saying. Is Snoop's putting out banger records still all the time.
Than everybody.
You know?
Snoop's just the same guy.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Snoop's
just still cool somehow.
Yeah,
that always blows my mind. I'm like, Snoop is 70 and cool.
Especially
He's a
being
cultural
rapper,
icon,
because it's
dude.
so
Like,
geared towards like this teen audience and like what's the hot thing right now. And Snoop's just been crushing it for like 30 years, man. He's just
still at it.
One of the biggest things Snoop did, which I kind of attribute also to Dr. Dre and a lot of this stuff, is the crossover factor into white America.
Yeah.
And like it's huge. I mean, like we saw
Martha
Snoop.
Stewart.
Yeah, I mean, right? That kind of shit. Now, we saw Snoop in Detroit just recently here, this last, I don't know, when was it?
Last summer.
Yeah, last summer or whatever. And it was like Warren G was like making fun of like, he was like, I've never seen so many white people at one of our shows. It was like probably 75% of the people in Detroit at the show were white people, which is awesome. It's fine, you know, like it doesn't matter, but it was just like, it was just funny, you know what I mean?
I think
like,
any successful concert.
Yeah,
75% white people.
Also, we were making the joke. It was like, yeah, because all these fucking rich Detroit people that actually have the money that can afford to go to one of these fucking concerts now. Concert ticket prices are so fucking expensive now. Like, you got to be a goddamn executive at GM to afford to fucking go. It seems like I want to go see.
But you have an underground. The underground shows are where the black people show up.
Right. Yeah.
But like, say, who was it? Who was that comic? Donald Glover, Childish Gambino.
Yeah,
he's got a joke about the Kanye concert, and he's just like, he's like, I just felt like my mom used to make me put I could only get Cocoa Puffs, and she'd mix it in the kicks. She put like a little bit of Cocoa Puffs, and that's how I feel at every Kanye concert I've ever been to.
Right.
And he's like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "They're just yelling the N word." And he's like, I looked up, and he's like, "What are you gonna do? We outnumber you."
I started catching that Atlanta show about a year back with that Donald Glover dude. That's
an interesting show, man.
It started to get real off the rails, dude. Like second season
3,
I was like,
haven't seen it. I know what it is.
Going out there, dude.
My brother keeps telling me to watch it. My brother's a huge fan. Yeah.
It's like it tries to be as normal as it can in the first season. It's still kind of weird. It always feels like, you ever feel like there's just a day where you like something's just on the back of your neck and you can't really tell what it is. It's like something's just off.
Right.
That's how the whole show feels all the time.
Weird.
And then it just gets weirder and weirder and weirder.
Yeah.
And by the end of it, you're like, that was a fear. It's like, what did they call it? Black Twin Peaks.
Oh,
yeah.
I can. Yeah, I'm done.
So that's a vibe. It's
Twin
like
Peaks,
somewhere in between that and Twilight Zone. It's weird. Yeah,
I'm into that. I need to
There
catch
was
that
that
shit.
whole episode with that dude, that piano player that like had
Michael
he,
Jackson
like,
type?
bleached himself out, his sister and shit, and he shoots him with a shotgun. I was like, what the fuck is going on? That took a real hard right turn right there.
And that whole episode was not funny at all.
Yeah.
And it was like comedy all the way up until that point. You're like, okay.
Weird.
Yeah, that's really come off the rails.
And then you got a whole episode where like it's Justin Bieber. Everybody's acknowledging this kid is Justin Bieber, but he's just black. So good. I was like, oh, it's Justin Bieber. He's here. At the end, he turns his hat around. He knocks this girl out, and everybody's like, oh my God, I can't believe Justin did that. And he gets up and he turns his hat around. He's like, hey guys, it's me. I'm a Christian now. And he's
that Glover's the man. That guy.
He's fucking Lando in the new Star Wars, right? Isn't that he plays Lando? And
young Lando.
Yeah, that's cool. He's just today I saw that he's got a new Childish Gambino record coming out because it like leaked or something, and he's like pissed about it.
Oh,
like a
interesting. I didn't hear about that yet.
Is
or
it
something.
serious or is it? I've never heard any.
Has he just released like another
his rap shit?
His rap shit's good.
No, it's full on like
but
real.
This
like,
thing
rap
isn't
shit.
that. I know. I just saw one recently. He's doing like because he had the "This Is America" thing, which kind of everybody saw. That one was like 1 billion views.
Yeah. I watched that.
Yeah, that one was.
That was that one take video where he did. Yeah, that was pretty sick. Yeah,
but it's like I think he's kind of playing with these concept things, just like the show.
Yeah.
At this point, because the new music sounds like he's doing it like old minstrel jazz.
Right.
Oh, wild. Okay.
Yeah, and it's like a play on that. So the music kind of sounds a little interesting. It's like poppy but jazzy. It's different. He's not rapping anymore. So if he leaked something, I'm curious if he's back to rapping again.
Yeah, I mean it's like it's like Childish Gambino, like the new record of that shit or whatever. And
Redbone and all of that is him too. And that was all Parliament Funkadelic style.
Yeah.
So
which that's what the West Coast shit is. That's what I love so much.
The Parliament Funkadelic.
G-Funk. It's riff on P-Funk.
G-Funk is rap though. This was like straight up P-Funk. It was like straight up.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was pure
like
funk.
George Clinton.
Yeah, he's George. Yeah,
even better.
And that was
even better.
And I like that. I was like, wow,
for
that's
sure,
some of my
I think he performed with Bootsy Collins and everything on like multiple songs.
Fuck
but like,
yeah,
Look at
dude.
this guy going on Bootsy Collins
Oh,
over
bro.
here, man.
I mean, well, that's what
Pandora's
Snoop
box.
does. All that. That's what all that. Hey, all that shit. That's just Snoop doing Bootsy Collins.
Well, it's
That's
like
literally all it is.
that, and we talk about this a lot. Like, I know you're going back through the ages music wise, but like that's where hip hop was derived from,
and it's coming back again.
Old school funk and those beats and kind of like the adaptation.
That's stuff's the shit. Yeah. I mean, so many of those classic fucking early Dre shit is all and it wasn't just Dre. It's fucking Warren G and all these guys that were doing. It's all literally stuff from George Clinton, and I mean that's why they call it G Funk.
Straight up sampling 70s funk and disco.
When I started going back through the funk shit real hardcore a year ago, I was like, oh, I know this song already from Dre and Snoop shit, but I've never heard the original. You know, even the songs they're doing the sketches on, like she looked like AC Green, bitch, don't call me. Like the original of that, you know, like I've never heard the original of that, and it's like
she looked like so AC Green is that's the mic drop, dude. It's the funniest fucking line.
The funniest
I kind of miss that energy.
That's why I love it so much.
That's the energy I like. That's what I like about a lot of new kids too. When I listen to them, because they have this such troll vibe, and I miss that in rap because it used to be like, we don't care.
That's the thing. Like, it was all just like it was
funny,
as
man.
funny as it was awesome.
Yeah,
it was just like the fucking choicest beats with hilarious hooks.
Hearing
That
like
shit rules, dude.
Cube and like
that.
Snoop and guys talk about like how that stuff actually came about and how it came from them like doing it's essentially is doing comedy. Like they were like doing like they started doing like parody songs and doing them super dirty, and it got such a big reaction in the clubs of like, you know, all these gang guys in the clubs or whatever, and like it just became this thing. Like a lot of these guys weren't really like this. It's like it's all
Cube,
shtick,
I think,
you know,
wrote
like,
poetry and shit when he was like 15, and it was a lot of that, and just like playing up this act and like doing this thing.
They were just like
awesome.
talking, you know, and just started making raps about fucking and stuff, and everybody was laughing so fucking hard. It just became the thing, you know.
Got 2 Live Crew and all of that good stuff.
Man, dude.
This guy
Two
ridiculous.
Live Crew getting banned and stuff.
We're coming full circle. We're back to booty talk.
Yeah, dude, for real.
Beautiful language again.
Snoop still just doing it, dude.
And speaking of, dude, Too Short at that concert
Yeah.
last year. I've
He's-
never been
yeah.
a Too Short guy. I got a buddy that loves him some Too Short. Never been a fan of the albums, but dude, Too Short live was
did kill.
fucking money,
Yeah.
dude. He was
Still.
so funny.
Yeah.
I saw a picture of Too Short looking so angry. He just looked so sad. He was just holding the baby. He had finally had a kid. He just looked,
Somebody finally getting him on child support. He's like, fuck all these years.
Just a dejected Too Short.
Who was it? Who the fuck was it? Wiz Khalifa? Who else did we see there? Who?
Yeah, Wiz Khalifa, Too Short.
I didn't really know
Warren G,
him.
Snoop Dogg. Yeah,
He's a
they
more younger, modern guy
Yeah.
or whatever. And like,
he's a
dude,
big weed guy.
Yeah,
he's like,
huge. Yeah,
He was young Snoop for a while.
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
And I mean, that was the show. It was like kind of a co-headline of him and Snoop.
Okay, that makes
and,
sense.
And they're like, super tight, obviously.
They've
And,
done
like,
movies together.
He fucking killed too. Like, and he's a little more, like more artistic and everything.
Yeah.
And the visuals
Stage show
again were like,
super cool for
it was
Wiz,
all
yeah.
like sci-fi and shit. Just like, and I love that. And I do kind of attribute a lot of that to Kanye and that kind of flipping into that.
And again,
like,
the Parliament, they in this G-Funk era, they would come down in spaceships.
All that space shit.
And
Yeah.
Bootsy
Yeah,
Collins would
yeah,
come
yeah,
out.
yeah.
So
Yeah.
like all of it is just always feeding each other.
Yep.
Yeah, did you guys listen to fucking that Silk Sonic record? It was like my record of the year last year. It's fucking
I never got it. No.
Yeah, give me the song. What's the cadence? Because sometimes I
it's
don't know
fucking
about name.
Leave the Door Open. It's fucking it's Bruno Mars
Oh,
and
yeah.
and fucking Jesus
Bootsy
Christ.
Collins.
Bootsy Collins is all over there. He Bootsy Collins MCs the record. He's like between, and he
The
actually
DJ.
named the band. It's the fucking
So what you doing?
I'm so bad when I get drinking. I get
Lens,
fucking.
can we get
Yeah,
a
him
little,
and Anderson. It was Anderson Paak and
Anderson Paak. Thank you. Yes.
Because Anderson Paak's whole vibe is kind of like he's the church guy who played the drums.
Yeah, he's a drummer.
He's smart. He
and a
raps.
singer.
And he's all of it.
And they fucking
Like this,
but they do
bitch.
Silk.
Yeah.
That's it. That's the fucking dude. That record. I love it. It's so I can't wait for him to make another. They gotta make a fucking another. It was like the perfect mix of amazing funk, amazing production, killer melodies, also hilarious. Like just having the best time. You can hear the good time in the
It's
music.
a mix of old and new and fun.
Throwing it back, and it's Bootsy
hard.
Collins just going like, "Yeah, baby," in between every fucking song. And I love the
We
fact,
back for another one, baby.
Yeah, I love the respect of them being like, "We got to get Bootsy Collins on," like bringing him in and shit. Man, if you haven't fucking heard that Silk Sonic record, dude,
I'd say
it's only like 8 songs too, so it's not too long. It doesn't like overstay its welcome. You know what I mean? There's just like 8 bangers, and it's just like every
short but
song's
sweet.
hilarious. Yeah.
That's the way to go, dude. That's my biggest bitch with most hip hop albums is everybody thinks they've got to do a fucking 16-track album.
Yeah.
It's
I don't
like,
even think it feels that way. Oh
end
yeah,
it
yeah.
after the first 10.
Yeah, I've seen this. This bitch.
Yeah, dude, that's such a fucking funny song.
That's such a great song.
Yeah. And they sing
they
their
make the
asses
perfect
off.
mix,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
And
And
Anderson
honestly,
Paak goes on-
fucking Anderson probably sings more than Bruno does.
Yeah.
And, like, Bruno's definitely a better singer.
pop-
but,
he's-
like,
yeah, for sure.
He sings a lot of the choruses, and Anderson sings a lot of the verses and shit. But,
But
like,
Anderson also go hop on a rap song with like
Yeah.
Rick Ross and
Yeah,
like
he's got his own shit that's
Yeah,
like-
then
yeah.
he doesn't have so many pockets.
our boy fucking Inglot,
Oh, yeah.
he fucking he like knew Anderson Paak. Like he used to just like busk down in Venice on the drums and like sing just like on the beach, and they was just like, hey, there's this fucking crazy guy down there that just like
That's
plays
awesome,
drums
dude.
and sings, and then like they were like, I don't know, Inglot was doing various bands and shit, and like they crossed paths a couple times, and he's like, yeah, and then the fucking next thing I knew, he's like on Aftermath, and like he blew up on SoundCloud or whatever.
Like,
and
can
just,
you-
It's like, hey, you remember me? I was like, no.
Can y'all put up the just really quickly for like a sec, not too long, but like the Anderson Paak Tiny Desk Come Down.
Oh, dude,
Yeah,
that is
yeah.
oh yeah, that's
Because
some shit.
when you see that guy playing, you're like, oh, that guy. There's no way he wouldn't be. He's holding a smile, singing, playing the drums,
Yeah.
and just killing every possible direction.
Yeah.
And you're just like, oh, there's no way that guy's not going to be
I
something.
don't know how people sing and play the drums.
and play the drums,
man.
and he's like, he's just,
Calm
and
down.
he's got energy the whole
That to
time.
me, it seems that's actually way easier to me, I would think, than playing guitar and singing.
Being that it's like
Find it.
sauna in here.
Yeah.
Put it over here.
Yeah. Yeah, this is some good shit.
This kind of vibe changed in hip hop too. There's a certain drummer style that this is that I can't even remember what the fuck they call it right now. But it's like this loose hip hop thing.
Yeah, it's kind of old man hip hoppy. But yeah.
Isn't this an old funk tune? Or I don't think I recognize this song from this. I think this was an old song back in the day.
He's like, I know he came up with. It's not a sample.
Yeah.
And his band is great.
Oh yeah.
He said this dude was just on the beach.
Just effortless.
Yeah, he was just doing this down at Venice Beach. His records are great too. I've listened to all of them a couple times.
That's a nice
Anderson
bass line
Paak
right
rules,
there. I'm
dude.
gonna allow that bass line. Yeah, that's the shit.
Yeah,
man. Sick, dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking Silk Sonic Records, like just
Get that? That's the vibe,
dude.
of it. I had to listen to the whole thing. I've only ever heard like the 2 singles.
Yeah, and every song's a single. It's like that. You know what I mean? Like every song is just like, this is the best. This one's better than the last one's better than the last.
It's a build.
One. Yeah,
I want to hear
and
that.
it kind of tells a story too, because like
Silk Sonic.
it's kind of a bit of like a relationship thing, but it's and then with fucking Bootsy Collins like in between the songs, yeah, baby, tell her how you really feel. And shit in between there, it's so funny, dude.
An Evening with Silk Sonic.
Yeah, that's it. They only got the one. I really hope they do more. They said they took like about a year to make that.
I would
whole
probably
fucking
blame
album.
Anderson Paak's making stuff now because he's back with like K Tronada and stuff doing
Right.
like EDM shows kind of deal. But I would blame Bruno Mars if it takes longer because he's always slow on dropping the project.
Yeah, well, honestly, they were saying he was the one that was fucking working. Because what happened was they were on tour together. Anderson was opening for Bruno Mars on tour. And I think every night they were just fucking getting high and listening to fucking old funk. And they were like, we got to fucking...
Play with
we
this.
both love this shit. This is like, so we got to fucking like bring this back. And then he said he had the one you were just singing, the fucking leave. So what the fuck is it? Anyway, he's like, he had that kind of worked up, and then he was like calling Anderson. He's like, you got to come finish this song with me. Like, you come do this, and then they kind of reworked it into a funk thing, and then they were just like, this is so good, we just got to fucking
to leave the door open.
Yeah, that was one of them. That's like the first song. And then there's fucking this bitch got me can't fucking
I know that's the thing because I was like I don't know if I have autism. My kid does, but I know that I can get stuck on the thing when like we gotta answer now because like it'd be hard to move forward. My brain be like,
bro. When I get drinking, which is hilarious because about the only time I drink is once a week on this podcast when I need to remember shit. And when I get drinking, I can't fucking remember a goddamn thing. Like at any point in time, I could have probably told you the entire track list of that album, except for right now, it's just gone. Like I have no fucking idea anymore.
It's really staggering how stupid you get when you drink. Every time it's like, God damn it.
It's like
the countless millions of brain cells.
I wish somebody warned us about that.
It's like, well, let's do that while we're recording ourselves.
I'm
for
having all
people to
these
listen to.
flashbacks when I was a kid and people warning me about it. I'm like, oh yeah.
He said, at least you could have the
Yeah, they're
flashbacks
spot
still.
on.
The alcohol hasn't gotten rid of it.
Indeed, that'll go away soon enough. Just,
Like TV ruined it. They only had smart people drinking. Like they're washing it. They're wishing it
Don
around.
Draper types.
Yeah.
at least the Simpsons
Drinking a
was fucking
cocktail
real
late
about
at
it,
work.
dude.
I was watching Murphy Brown with them drinking. It's like, I'm an intellectual. Phil Hartman's on here.
Yeah, right,
News
right.
radio.
News Radio was a fucking great show, dude.
Murphy fucking Brown.
Murphy Brown, dude.
Blast from the past.
Because I didn't have cable, so there would be CBS, PBS, WB, UPN.
Yeah.
So I would just be going through these shows that I had no understanding of, watching Cheers and shit, and Murphy Brown.
We had the Bush League like fucking channel thing where like you hit it and it flips the big ass satellite, dude. Then we have a manual dial. I was rocking that for a hot minute, dude.
God, man. We're
Tough
Old school kids.
Tough sledding.
Yeah.
pretending to be asleep, but the cover's up. I'm like, I'm gonna turn the TV back on. I hear this Girls Gone Wild infomercials coming.
It's Murphy Brown. Are you young?
It's Murphy Brown, then Girls Gone Wild.
Trying to tune
and then,
into
now that's what I call
Showtime.
Jesus Kansas Volume 13 with Switchfoot.
See, I go back even farther than Girls Gone Wild. I'm a scrambled Spice Channel kid.
You might see a titty, dude. You might get a nipple.
Just wait 45 minutes for
the screen wiggling to the color to come in, and you see like the green RGB of the titty.
You're like, it's coming. The RGB split.
Sometimes it came all the way in. And I remember my sister, my stepsister, we caught it, and I told her, and I started telling her what all this shit is, as far as I knew at the time. I thought I was some kind of expert. I was not. And like, but she went back and told her family, and her family, we were a step family at the time, so they were just like, who is this fucking kid? And they all wanted to come meet me, and it was like, he's been watching the Spice Channel? I was like, we don't even have that channel. And then and I was sitting there praying, because my mom turned to it, like, come on. She turned to it, and it was just static.
Yeah.
Some days you got the thing, I was just like, see? Lying on me.
Crazy.
She's like,
no idea.
you gonna bring this into our family?
The Spice Channel, man. It's
God,
fucking
throw
hilarious, dude. Yeah.
Or Cinemax at the night when you got that.
Skinamax.
Yeah, that
really
Emmanuel
terrible softcore.
Red Shoe Diaries.
Red Shoe Diaries. David Duchovny. Son.
Real sex.
Poison Ivy.
yeah.
Poison Ivy, as I remember back.
Yeah. Man. It was a more
Pimps
innocent
and Johns.
time.
I never caught that.
Taxi Cab Confessions. Or
Oh
some
my
shit.
God,
Remember
bro.
that shit? Yeah.
That's crazy. What an era. HBO had no shame. Cinemax had no shame.
Yeah. I used to like that love phone. I think we talked about that a little bit anyway. The
Vaguely remember
it was Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew on MTV.
Yeah.
Loved where they like called in and asked like sex advice. It was kind of like the show where Adam Carolla and Dr. Drew both blew. It was their first show on TV.
Girls was like, hey, what you're gonna need to do is fuck her better.
Didn't there used to be an old lady who did that first?
Maybe
Dr. Joyce Carruthers,
that was a different.
And then they came after or something like that?
Yeah, probably. Yeah, kind of a similar thing.
Then the Man Show.
Yeah, like Love Phone was like, it started as like, because Adam Carolla started on radio. You know, he's got that
I didn't
fucking.
know that.
He was like an LA radio guy, and I think that show was a radio show. And then they fucking put it as an actual like TV show on MTV. It was on at like 12:30 or something like that for a while. And then it was like then Man Show and him and Jimmy Kimmel did all that shit.
They was ever pissed at Jimmy. He was like, you got a real late night gig.
No, he said Jimmy said that Adam didn't want to do any of that shit. He was like Jimmy Kimmel was like, I kept having to like drag him along, and eventually he was just kind of like, I don't really want to do any of this anymore. He was,
Man, that was such an era. Adam Carolla he was like a poor man's Norm Macdonald.
Yeah. Pretty much.
But I like that about him.
Man, are you Norm Macdonald fan? Norm Macdonald's the quintessential love him or hate him guy. Like there's no middle ground.
It's like I'm always big on middle ground. But let's say
same.
I believe that the truth of everything is in the middle. That's where the collaboration is.
I've said that many times, but not with Norm Macdonald. Not with Norm Macdonald.
Listen,
You're all in
I
on
heard that
one
Bill
camp or
Cosby
the
joking.
other.
I'm like, this guy's one of the greatest. You know, he's like, it's not the rape that bothers me. It's the hypocrisy. And he's like, oh yeah, because I remember when that girl got raped, she was yelling out hypocrisy, hypocrisy. But
he's got that joke and dirty work with Artie Lang, which is one of the most underrated comedies ever.
Classic,
where he's in prison, he's like, you know, the anal rape, you know, it hurts the second most. The lack of respect. That's what hurts hurts the most. Well,
he's putting his pants back up.
God damn.
God, man.
So good.
I miss screwball 90s comedy. 9/11 ruined that because we got so serious.
Yeah.
Everything got so dark and gloomy and The Shield. But like before that, everything was like, do you remember Screwball? What was it? It was a movie with not Adam Carolla, but Norm Macdonald, Dave Chappelle, Screwed.
Screwed.
I don't know that movie.
Yes.
No.
It's a crazy. Like they kidnap their rich lady's dog.
Dude.
That adds up. I mean, I'd totally watch that. That sounds awesome.
About that shit.
So Screwed, Dirty Work.
Man.
The Pest with John Leguizamo.
Dude, that was a funny movie.
It was. I'm scared to go back and watch it.
Theater, dude.
And I was in middle school.
Like something about Mary. All the Farrelly Brothers movies.
Yeah,
dude.
Me, Myself, and Irene.
That's his fucking. I love it. I mean, Dumb and Dumber to me is the fucking.
You put that quintessential. I think myself, and Irene.
I think
Dumb and Dumber's classic.
Dumb and Dumber's like, I would just say it's like more classic in the zeitgeist. Like you could make an argument that one might be funnier than the other.
I don't think that.
I mean, there's
you're
other people
wrong
would
at
be
all.
like, the Cable Guy's the funniest one of all of them. But it's like, all I'm saying is
classic.
Dumb and Dumber's
those
like,
people would be assholes for that.
That's a funny. I mean, Ben Stiller, bro. You know, like it was a
The Cable Guy is great.
Fucking
It is
funny
great.
movie, man.
It's just too dark for more people to like it.
Yeah.
It came off of fucking Ace Ventura and Dumb and Dumber, and then everybody thought it was going to be that again with Jim Carrey, and it was not that again. You know? And like everybody was just not ready for what
Stalker
that
movie,
was, you know, at all. But man, it's fucking great. But fucking, what's the Amish bowling movie?
Oh, Kingpin.
Dude. Come on.
Yeah.
That's
those
Randy
are the two
Quaid.
Farrelly Brothers for me.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? All right, so I only seen clips of Kingpin. My boy, another
Bro,
comic, you should probably get him out here, Joe Elder.
Yeah.
He was telling me, because we used to live together, and he was just like, you got to check out Kingpin. And it's been on the list ever since.
Dude.
And I keep getting caught in Coen Brothers
Dude,
movies.
it's so good.
Before I can go back, because I be trying to...
Yeah.
I just be trying to watch shit to build, you know.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
Coen Brothers is equally the shit.
And then Men Who Stare at Goats was like the last thing I watched.
Oh, dude,
I saw that in the
Coen
theater.
Brothers.
Actually, I forgot about that movie. But like, fucking crazy. I actually
90s
read
was
that
crazy.
book too.
Based on
I didn't know it was a book.
story, yeah.
That makes sense, though.
Ewan McGregor.
That's in that world of like the mysterious quasi paranormal shit. or
MK
whatever.
Ultra shit.
Yeah, and I was pretty deep into that. Still love a lot of that shit. So yeah,
that
definitely listen to it.
general guy gearing up to run through the wall.
They like took that book because the book's not as funny. They kind of like took it and kind of like turned it into a more like
comedy,
little more goofball.
Yeah.
You know, which worked. It works. It's very funny.
Well, that was legit program.
Yeah,
Like,
all that shit's about fucking remote viewing is what that's really more all about. That fucking shit.
My favorite bit is where, like, in the beginning when he's talking to that dude who was a member of the Star Wars project, and he's showing him the videos of the hamster like falling over, and he's like, "Where's the one where the hamster dies?" And he's like, "Oh, my mom won't let me show that to you." Mom's like 85.
That
movie was
knocking
great.
out of the fucking part. But dude,
and that wasn't even the Farrellys. It was so in their style.
Yeah,
it was so in their style that I didn't know that. So I was just like watching it. I was like, and he was just like, "Oh, that's not a Farrelly Brothers." I was like, God damn it!
No, is that a Coen Brothers movie or is that not?
No, it's even the cover of the movie looks like one of theirs, but it's not.
Yeah.
Hold on.
Let's pull it up.
Yeah, I'm working on it.
Let the producer pull it up.
I was still on the Norm Macdonald movie, which I can't find. Also, Screwed.
Yeah, that one flew under the radar. Screwed. That was swept under the rug for
With
sure.
Chappelle, that's
like,
hilarious. You got, but fucking, I always talk about
Grant
Robin Hood.
Hasloff.
No idea who that is. Fucking Robin Hood Men in Tights though, with fucking Dave Chappelle, dude. Nobody knows. I'm always like, no, man. The first thing he was in, he was like 19 years old. He was fucking Achu, and it's one of my favorite movies of all time.
Yeah, that's Grant. I don't even know who Grant Heslov is.
No,
Like,
me either.
This is the only work that I would be familiar with.
Yeah.
But even that cover, that's Coen Brothers. That looks like Burn After Reading.
Right, man.
Totally.
You're right.
You know, they really read with it.
Was Coen Brothers the Darjeeling Limited too?
No, that's Wes Anderson.
That's Wes
Is it?
Anderson.
Okay,
Yeah.
Who is one of those guys that I should like by all accounts, and I can't stand fucking Wes Anderson.
I like some of his stuff.
It's dry. It's all center shot. Like everything about it is stuff that is
his new thing. I watched
in
one
my
of his new
wheelhouse.
things.
Yeah,
I
what was that? I haven't seen that one yet. Was that good?
It was
It's like they live on like the meteor base or something like that, or what is it, like a radioactive?
I didn't see that one. He's got so many fucking movies. This one was like,
I never find them funny, but I love the shots. Man.
This was about
it's
some
like
like,
visually
beautifully.
Yeah, I love
love
every shot.
it's about some guy who like fucking like, I don't know. He was like some undercover secret agent thing, or had a bunch of money and started doing. I don't even fucking know. Like I was clearly
Butler
high when I
tries
watched
to
this.
keep it
Yeah,
in mind.
I'd have to look this up. Like it's all coming back to me right now. Like what the fuck even was this shit?
I will say two of the funnier scenes I've ever seen were in Wes Anderson flicks. In Rushmore, which I didn't like the movie overall, and I love Bill Murray. It's like the one Bill Murray movie I don't like. But there's that scene where he's on the cell phone walking through the playground, and this like 8-year-old kid takes a shot and he just swats him while he's on the phone. Doesn't say shit. Just keeps walking, dude. It's so good.
Yeah, Wes Anderson's a little bit hit or miss.
Wes Anderson, like I've watched them all. I don't think they're bad movies by no means. I never laugh like heavy. I'm always just like,
It's not supposed to be like laugh out loud comedy. It's more like what was the one about the dog island? That was an animated one, where the dogs that live on Garbage Island.
Yeah,
which
it's
I think I've seen that one animated.
Yeah,
the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Fantastic Mr. Fox.
Oh, okay. Well, then never
Is that what it is? I don't know. It's like George Clooney's one of the voices.
Yeah,
like all
that's
his
Fantastic
all
Mr.
his
Fox.
staple fucking.
That one's actually really fucking. That one actually hit me somewhere else.
It's like
I was sitting there like that.
it's
Actually made me think.
That stop
kind of
motion
thing.
creeps me out.
Yeah.
Dude. That stop motion
Yeah.
shit fucking freaks me
Even
out.
since, ever since, come on, Nightmare Before Christmas, I've really been into the stop motion.
Yeah, I love that
creeps me
shit.
out, dude.
Tool videos.
The silver video. I was like, oh, that's too much. I can't.
Oh yeah, that's different.
I don't know what he's
I
looking
woke up
over
one
here.
morning and MTV was on, and they just had that video playing, and I was like, fuck,
that silver video.
Pull it up. Pull it up.
Yeah, for sure, dude.
This is what I'm talking about. Isle of Dogs. This is what I'm talking about.
Oh no, then I don't know what this is.
Yeah, I knew it wasn't the Fantastic Mr. Fox.
I did. I was like, that doesn't.
Yeah,
But Clooney was the fox in that too, wasn't he?
Yeah. This he's also one of the dogs in this. It's
You click on the image, I can't really see it. I'm blind. It's shit.
I think that's the video for the trailer.
Oh no, I've never even heard of this.
Yeah, it was pretty bizarre.
Yeah, but it looks fun.
It is. It's like a Japanese. Yeah.
20 years in the future.
No, it's too much. I can't do it.
I'm already done. I want to. I'll watch it.
It wasn't. Honestly, it wasn't great. It was okay. It was okay.
Yeah.
It's like cooler in. It's almost like the trailer is better than the movie. You know what I mean? It's like cooler in like concept.
The concept
than
of Wes,
that's
it's better
actual
in concept than in practice with the Wes Anderson.
Yes, it
for
really
sure.
kind of is. I do like those like fake trailers that are like the Lord of the Rings in the style of Wes Anderson. Like, like those are kind of fun.
They had the one where it
What
was,
was another
Conor
movie?
McGregor as somebody. It was a big fake trailer that was going around as like Captain Hook or something. You know what I'm talking about? Sorry,
What was that?
Yeah, what were you
No,
saying?
that wasn't important. But like, what was that movie? There's like, and I don't know if it's Wes Anderson, but it has definitely his style with shots. And I actually really love this movie, Jojo Rabbit.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but yeah, I know what you're talking about.
I think it's him too. I think
That
it's Wes
him?
Anderson. I wanna say.
Jojo Rabbit was great.
I've never seen.
It's about like
that
a
one.
kid, a German kid growing up who's his imaginary best friend is Hitler.
Right.
And it's Taika Waititi or whatever.
Damn, that's
and it's a comedy, but it's like by the end of it, you're like, damn.
I need to watch
I never
that.
thought
That
about it
sounds
like that.
sick.
You'd be like,
yeah.
It makes you feel bad for some German people. It almost feels like propaganda.
Oh, yeah. No, it's.
But you'd be like, yeah, you know what? If you're a kid and that's all you see, Hitler's like the Beatles over there.
Yeah.
The movie comes on to them.
Yeah.
It comes on to Hold My Hand, and they're all like,
right, yeah.
And you're just like, yeah, he's like huge. Everything is about Hitler. If you're a kid, you're growing up indoctrinated. You don't even have a chance to
100%.
think outside of it. It's like it's a crazy movie.
I would have loved to have been a fly on the wall for that pitch. Just like, all right, hear me out.
We're like Rebel Wilson.
It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
So funny, bro.
I mean, that's the producers, right? The fucking musical about Hitler. You know the producers?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
The
Mel Brooks
thing? Yeah,
Also,
Springtime for
famously,
Hitler.
the whole season of
You know?
Curb Your Enthusiasm about him
Yeah, it's
doing the
about
producers.
them doing the producers, yeah. About,
Was it Nathan Lane? They made a producer's movie, I want to say. Or
Yeah,
maybe
there's
it was
the
in
movie,
the
and
play.
there's several
Yeah, it was
iterations of
Nathan
the
Lane
play.
and
There's some
everybody
Broadway
the other
stuff.
day, but yeah.
yeah, it's fucking hilarious. That's fucking wild. Fucking
From the 60s?
the producers is like the,
The original
originals.
one,
Yeah, it's from
probably
like
somewhere
60,
thereabouts, yeah.
60 yeah, 60,
Is that the one where the whole set falls off
Gene
at
Wilder.
the end?
Maybe, I don't know. It's been so I only saw it once, and it was
Because my first Mel Brooks movie was Blazing Saddles. So
I was gonna bring up Blazing Saddles earlier.
So, and then I
that's
went
the
back.
Goat.
Oh,
That's
I'm all about Young
to Young Frankenstein, and then
Yeah.
Yeah.
Great. I still
Robin
never
Hood
seen
Men in
Blazing
Tights is my personal favorite because I was that age when it came out. I've seen it a million times.
It's classic.
It's so fucking funny, man. But yeah, it's definitely like lower budget and shit.
I love
like,
that. I love that in the parody movie. You
Yeah,
know?
dude, yeah,
I was
dude.
glad that the Wayans kind of ran with that for a minute until they destroyed it. They kind of just ran it
Yeah,
down.
I got a little.
But,
Yeah.
Wayans brothers had a nice little run for a minute there. Those guys were crushing all 17 of them, dude.
They were in every art
The
form.
endless number of Wayans
In Living
brothers.
Color
And
is
a
one
Wayans
of the
sister.
greatest shows of all time. I think.
Oh, In Living Color is still
It's
a
just
goat. That's a
fucking-
goat.
It's so
That's never
unbelievable.
gone away.
The
So fucking
film
funny.
review skit, dude.
Yeah, dude,
is
two
the fun-
snaps and a-
hated it.
Hated it.
Yeah, man.
And it's great because like that boost that started Jim Carrey, and it's crazy to
Yeah.
think that's where he started.
Yeah.
Fire Marshal Bill. dude.
Yeah. He was talking about it. I think I talked about
It's
this
Vanilla
a couple
Ice.
weeks ago. He was like, my comedy was so crazy, nobody would give me a chance, and then this fucking all these black dudes gave me a chance. He's like, I couldn't do shit elsewhere. These guys just saw me as being funny and fucking put me in, dude.
He's like, perfect.
Yeah.
You're right up our alley. And
Yeah,
then, like,
just crazy. You know?
what was you see? Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh no, go ahead, man.
What was the documentary on Showtime about the Cellar?
Right,
Comedy
yeah,
Cellar.
yeah.
You know, and there's an episode when they're talking about Damon and Jim Carrey. They were always together.
Yeah,
you know, chatting it up, and he's just like, "Hey, I'm coming up with this idea for a show. I want you to come do it." And he said he immediately was like, "Yeah, no problem.
Yeah,
you're the only one who finds me. You're like one of the few people who find me funny."
Exactly.
So,
Yeah.
He went right up there, but.
Yeah, and then he's just a fucking,
He's
a
huge star
superstar.
on there.
Like, you know.
Canada's kind of got comedy on lockdown when you think about it, dude. There's some funny.
I think they have
motherfuckers
originality
coming out
on
of Canada.
lockdown.
Wait, was In Living Color Canadian? That's not Canadian.
No, but Jim Carrey was.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Fair.
Harlan
I think they have
Williams
originality down for
tons.
sure.
Yeah,
They're the weirdest comedy in the best way.
Yeah.
Like nobody experiments as much as I think Canada does.
Yeah.
What were all those shows like that school show? It was like a
Degrassi?
No.
Letterkenny?
Kids in the Hall.
Kids in the Hall and all.
Oh,
that
yeah.
shit.
Yeah,
That guy
the sketch
died.
comedy shit.
Yeah.
The shit before that, too, with the fucking, with like...
Whitest Kids, you know, is that them too?
I've never seen that. before.
Maybe.
I've
I'm
heard
thinking
of it.
pre that, like where John Candy and Rick Moranis and Dave Thomas and
Weird-
all of, it was like
Weird something,
No,
was it?
The State?
CCTV
No.
or something like that. It was. You guys know what I'm talking about? It was like that's where the fucking the Brewski guys
Yeah.
fucking came from. It's like I think it's like CCTV or something like that.
I think
John-
that was
yeah.
also where Letterkenny started. I think it's like
No, this
some-
was way.
No, this had to be
this is
way
I'm
before
talking
that.
John
Letterkenny
Candy
was
shit,
like-
dude. This was like SNL.
No,
like,
I know that,
like,
but wasn't there's like some? Oh, was that
Oh, you mean the
show?
channel
I thought it was the
CCTV?
channel, yeah.
Yeah.
Was it a show?
Degrassi
called-
used
No,
to come
that
on
was
there
like
too.
the name of the show.
Okay,
it was kind
yeah.
of like a spoof TV channel or something. Was kind of the
Yeah,
setup.
I never saw
something like that. It was like real early, like sketch comedy SNL kind of shit. But it was like where Rick Moranis and John Candy and Dave Thomas and several of those
Founder
couple
of
other people.
Wendy's?
Yeah, indeed, different Dave Thomas, but. Hey, kitty.
He really he really
Kitty.
switched lanes.
Yeah, indeed. It's like, the comedy thing's not working
Don't
out.
try and put Dave Thomas in a box. I mean, it's a multi-talented motherfucker.
That's exactly what he did. He put a lot of things in
They
boxes.
did that
nuggets.
movie where they were like, it's the fucking hockey guys, and they fucking drink the whole vat.
Slapshots, right?
No, they drink the whole vat of beer.
Also another great pair,
That's
slapsticky.
That's
Yeah.
a great fucking movie.
That's Paul
Yeah,
Newman,
that's
right?
that's
Throwing it
Paul
down
Newman,
in
and that's
Slapshots,
a fucking great movie. There hasn't been any like great sports comedy movies. It seems. Remember like the Cool Runnings and shit, dude. Like,
Yeah.
Major League. One of
Major
the fucking
League,
funniest
dude, yeah,
movies
like
ever made,
basketball.
dude.
Yeah.
Basketball.
Basketball's a
great. White
fucking.
men can't
I got
jump.
White
a
men can't jump
basketball
is-
in the other room.
They remade that, and it was bad, but it wasn't as bad as I thought
Why?
it would be.
Why remake it?
Well,
You
it's
know,
like, it wasn't as bad as I thought it would be. They just
Yeah.
wanted to modernize it. You know, it's like the story
And,
was
like,
still working,
why?
but-
It's not that.
That's a
it's not
movie
that-
you can't modernize.
I know.
It's like the white guy that can't play ball. It's the
Yeah,
whole fucking
like-
hook. You can't modernize this.
Can, that's still a thing. But like,
That's a universal truth.
You've never seen me hoop
Luka Doncic
before.
aside, yeah, exactly.
No, but it's just kind of
My
like
Euro step
it's
is
not
on
like
point,
it's
dude.
that old.
Yeah.
You know, like what was that?
Yeah.
92 or something.
Yeah.
Like
and that's what I'm saying. If somebody modern watch that, they don't typically go back that far to get the.
It's the same story
It's
as
hard.
everything else. It's hey, this worked. Let's remake it and
Yeah.
fucking get
people
another
buy it
couple
because it's
bucks
already
off.
a thing or whatever. I don't know what fucking ever.
I mean, we could complain, but we keep doing
Can
it.
and will.
We keep doing it.
That's what this podcast is.
It's
Basically,
like,
just
the second we stop buying it, they'll be like,
Yeah,
okay,
I
we're
know.
wrong, I guess.
Just us
you know?
complaining about movies.
This podcast took a turn. I'm all for it. I'm all in the movies.
Yeah,
So we
that's-
started with booty talk, and now we're talking about booty movies.
That's pretty much. It seems to be that's how we fucking end up, is just ripping on movies at the end of the fucking pod for.
Yeah, I realized we've got nothing of substance to say. Much like the debate last night, and it's like, you know, this is a cool movie I saw one time.
Which
Guess
I
we'll
haven't
talk
been
about it for
watching.
20
Nah, man,
I haven't been watching
Josh
shit.
got his first puberty.
Yeah,
that
dude,
day.
I finally hit puberty.
Ongoing thing.
fucking, I have not been watching shit as I've been talking about. So I'm like, I really got nothing to talk about anymore on the podcast. It's like, oh, you guys watching House of Dragons? No, I'm not watching anything right now.
I'm seeing clips. I get the gist. There's dragons.
There's dragons.
There's betrayal.
Yeah. There's incest. We get it.
God, would you guys stop pushing this on us? Just go fuck your cousin. It's fine.
We get it. Cousin fucking's fine. We get it.
As long as they're hot. That's all that matters.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. If it's hot, it's okay. That's the lesson we're learning.
It's for royalty if they're hot.
Thanks, HBO. Thanks. All right, man. We should probably kind of wrap this up. I know you're gonna head out to the show.
What you guys have caught me on is I'm definitely gonna go back and watch 80s movies.
Yeah,
I got one specific to start with.
We're pulling that up after that.
Kingpin's got to be top of the list.
Kingpin
is gonna get watched.
Kingpin's the one, dude. That's so fucking funny.
Now is Kingpin up there with like the Big Lebowski?
Yeah.
Would you say tire?
Different. It's
they're both funny to me.
It's up there with Dumb and Dumber, and it's classic Farrelly Brothers.
Kingpin, I would say, is funnier than Big Lebowski. And I know it's
more
sacrilegious comment or
slapsticky,
whatever. It's slapstick, but it's great. Great lines,
same
super
as
quotable
Me, Myself, and
lines.
Irene. It's classic Farrelly Brothers shit. It's just like the funniest fucking shit. And a Blues Traveler cameo at the end.
Yeah.
Remember Blues Traveler?
I know Blues Brothers. I don't know Blues Traveler. The
Blues
band?
Brothers is one of my favorite movies.
The band Blues Traveler?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, at the end.
I don't know much about them. I know of them.
Nobody. That's all. That's the point. Is they had that one song and he played the harmonica and he was fat. We get it.
That was in the 90s. That was all you needed. John Candy, fat.
Yeah, just be fat and play the harmonica.
Chris Farley, fat
named John. John Candy, John Popper from
John
Blues
Popper.
Traveler.
Yeah.
Or John or Jim Belushi.
What's the? Where are you going after this? You going out to?
I'm going to Harmony Brewing. I don't know. Harmony Brewing is right across from Mulligan's.
Oh,
right next
shit!
to
I guess I haven't been in Easttown for a fucking.
It used to be
minute,
Harmony Hall, but they shut that one down.
Shit, I don't know. I just think of Billy's being across from. That was, I don't know.
A lot of booty talk at Billy's.
Mulligan's and Billy's was, Yeah. What's going on out there? The fucking comedy show.
Open mic comedy. I agreed to come in so that we can get the show rolling again. I think it's been gone for a while, so it just came back for the last 2 weeks.
Are you going up?
Yeah, I'm going up.
Sick.
Get some jokes off. Probably talk about this, and then
Yo, I was just at these fucking. wasted 2 hours of my life trying to see. Oh man, fucking movies. These guys are idiots.
Fucking guys were trying to talk rap.
Just deleted all of these. I was like, who the fuck is Snoop Dogg? I say Bootsy Collins.
They both tried to act noticeably blacker in my presence for some reason.
He's wearing the flat brim hat, dude. He fucking throw it on.
And he kept turning it backwards. He turned it like, I swear to God.
He kept saying things like, "No, I'm saying." The whole thing was very off-putting.
I called him once. He said colloquial. I knew it. He said, "You son of a bitch." No, I actually had a good time, man. I appreciate you guys bringing me out here.
Man.
I actually don't,
motherfucker, dude.
Yeah, man. I don't get to talk about the white things I enjoy with a lot of people. So
you come back, dude. We'll mix it up, dude. We'll get black with you. You get white with us. It'll be.
Talking in the theater too loud next time. And
I appreciate it.
Music.
I said we stop that, okay? We talk at the TV loudly now.
You got any dates or anything coming up you want to throw out or anything?
I say July 13th. I'm in Houghton, Michigan.
Houghton, hell yeah.
Yeah, nice. I say at Dave's
Houghton.
Bar.
Sick.
I'm gonna say that's the big thing I got coming up right now. I say
love Houghton. I might actually catch you there.
I say, all right, yeah, man. Hey, and if you can, follow me everywhere. Skinny Fat Dude.
Where's the spot? Where do we follow you on the interweb?
Skinny Fat Dude 1 on everything.
Yeah.
What's so funny? It's what are you laughing at?
Yeah, man. Well, sick, dude. It was a fucking great time.
Good having me, man.
Fucking, got it together finally. Fucking
started getting hot. I'm starting to sweat.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
I am wearing a hoodie. It might have been a mistake.
That's all right. That's all right. Yeah, man. We'll definitely have you fucking back on. You're a funny motherfucker. It was a fucking great time, man. All right, we out. We good?
Yeah,
all right.
Good to go.
Peace, everybody. We out. Peace.